Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we are playing Disco Elysium. We're already in the character decision screen, and we're gonna see what kind of person we want to play. What are these skills? Volition, Inland Empire, Empathy. Five Psyche, 4 Physique, 2 Motorist. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be like out of all these, I kind of like the idea of being unstable. Might begin to lose his mind. Physical? Yeah, I think what about that? I'm incredibly emotionally intelligent. Typically when I do this, I always like to play like dexterous characters. I don't like to play barbarians and stuff. I either like to play thinkers or dexterous characters. So what if I did this? What kind of a character would this be? A dummy? And a weakling? Probably not worth doing that. I think I like that. I think I'm gonna go for average physique and motorics. I'm gonna be a great psyche. Yeah, alright, that's what we're gonna go with. Oh lord, what is all this? Look at these pictures. It's kind of really cool looking. Logic. Wield raw intellectual power. Deduce the world. Encyclopedia. Call upon all your knowledge. Produce fascinating trivia. Rhetoric. Practice the art of persuasion. Enjoy rigorous intellectual discourse. Drama. Like, oh boy, something's happening here. Play the actor. Lie and detect lies. Understand creativity. See art in the world. Visual calculus. Reconstruct crime scenes. Make laws of physics work for the law. Oh. Oh. Volition. Hold yourself together. Keep your morale up. Inland Empire. Hunches and gut feelings. Dreams and waking life. Oh, my goodness. Empathy. Understand others. Work your mirror neurons. Authority. Intimidate the public. Assert yourself. Esprit de corps. Connect to Station 41. Understand cop culture. Suggestion. Charm men and women. Play the puppet master. Ah, okay. See, we got something going on here. Endurance. Take the blows. Don't let the world kill you. Man, look at this art. Man, this is some pretty cool, evocative, like, imagery going on here. Shrug off the pain. They'll have to hurt you more. Flex powerful muscles. Enjoy healthy organs. Go to party planet. Love and be loved by drugs. Raise the hair on your neck. Tune into the city. What the heck does that mean? Let the body take control. Threaten people. Okay, hand-eye coordination, perception, see, hear, and smell everything. Let no detail. Yeah. Reaction speed. The quickest to react. Untouchable man. What is this? Savoir-faire. Sneak under their noses. Stun with an immense panache. Oh my. Master machines, pick, lock, and pockets. Straighten your back, keep your poker face. Composure. Oh, I see. Okay, so what? We get to like assign 1 point here? The noise for this game like changes each screen, or it like goes back to its default. I hope the music doesn't become really loud again once the game starts. Maybe once I set the settings in game, maybe it'll actually stick too. But so cool, I get to pick one skill. Deduce the world. Maybe I'll pick this stuff first. Hold yourself together, keep your morale up. How does that work with composure? Are these the same things? Surely not. Keep your morale up. Keep your poker, straighten your back, keep your poker face. Understand creativity, see art in the world. Am I just gonna be like a tortured artist? You know? is that... What does this one mean? I don't... Plus? What is... Is this... Do I get one signature? No, wait. No. Go back. Oh no. Yeah, we want this. But I don't want that as my signature. No, I want to go back. Undo. Oh! No, I don't want this as my signature. How do I, Oh, I have to set something else. Okay, I'll just set something else. So this gives more info. Rule 4. Analysis, pure rationalists. Obviously, logicians. With low levels of logic, you're gonna have even the hardest time. You're gonna have the hard time solving even the simplest puzzle. Even if you find the pieces, good luck putting them together. Makes you a know-it-all, turning your mind into a database of facts. It enables you to draw on these facts innately, offering a wealth of background knowledge to all things related and unrelated to your case. Who knows when the history of cigarette brands will provide the breakthrough you need to arrest a murderer, or when the knowledge of pre-revolutionary guns might save a life. At high level, Encyclopedia shares this wealth of knowledge to an almost overwhelming degree. While it may give you crucial breakthroughs, it more often will clutter your mind with useless tidbits. With low levels, however, you'll be forced to work with only the clues in front of you. Without any background knowledge, copying is going to be tough stuff. Okay. Make an impressive political beast. One whose beliefs are impenetrable, which is to say, one mind will not change, and one who will calcify with low rank, though, you'll have a hard time shooting down any argument. Nailing people to their testimonies will be nigh impossible. My goodness. They render you an insufferable thespian, one prone to hysterics and bouts of paranoia. For to know the world is a stage is to know that truth is a vanity. However, with low drama, you cannot lie or discern when others lie, and a cop who can't do either is a cop who's soon going to be lying 6 feet under. Dang, man. We're not gonna... You're kind of making me feel bad for choosing, for not choosing intellect. High levels conceptualization makes you go big, perhaps too big. It is ostentatious, demanding grand displays. Why live life when you can throw yourself into a live volcano? At low levels, however, you'll be unable to see the world in a creative light. You'll be unable to contribute to conversations in an art gallery. Only boring people will invite you to their dust parties. Oh no. Revealed secrets to you, but you may be so absorbed by your mind diorama you don't notice as crooks steal your pants. However, though, your mind's eye will be blind. Reconstructing crime scenes will be difficult without outside help. I don't want this. I don't. So the 1 sets the starting value of all these. Okay. And then you can set a signature skill to give it a buff. Gotcha. Volition. Our volition urges you to be a good guy, and to others and to yourself. Enables you to resist temptation, to be it in a bottle, between a pair of legs, or at the end of an iron barrel, which promises oblivion. Volition gives you the will to finish the investigation, improving your morale. One of the 2 health pools in the game. At high levels, Volition makes you hyper sane. When you're about to get funky, it keeps you normal. It's a bit of a party pooper. At low levels, you'll have little morale. Without it, you'll be a profoundly unstable cop. Falling apart at the seams, you make irreversible mistakes. Inland Empire is the unfiltered wellspring of imagination, emotion, and foreboding. It enables you to grope your way through invisible dimensions of reality, gaining insight into that which sight can't see. What's really going on? What do these enigmatic riddles mean for the world fate? What the heck? At high levels, Inland Empire animates the inanimate. You'll have conversations with your clothing, conversations that may change the course of the investigation if you're not thrown in the loony bin first. If you're not throw in the loony bin first. Spelling errors. Ooh. With low Inland Empire, however, you'll be void of imagination and character. And then how will you shape the cosmos? Empathy's pretty good, right? At high levels, empathy really puts you in other people's shoes. You'll cry for their sorrows, punch walls to relieve their angers, and be an even more unstable cop. With low empathy, however, you'll be an ungainly beast, unable to talk to anyone without upsetting them. Oh man. Authority demands respect. Even a perceived slight could send you into a new knee-breaking mode. With low authority, however, you're forever in awkward situations, like when you suffer psychological breakdowns after you yell at teenagers and then they laugh at you. Esprit de corps, I have to assume. Esprit de corps. At high levels, you'll be the very heart of the police force, not only willing and able, but obliged to take a bullet for your partner. However, without it, you'll be flying blind, unable to understand discreet remarks colleagues make in high-stakes situations, remarks that might just save your life. Suggestion. Suggestion's obvious. Endurance, obvious. Kind of cool to see the high and lows, though. Endurance, able to take a few knocks ahead, enjoy your chronic drugs. Weakling, however, cops with low endurance are likely to struggle. The body is frail already, and the flesh of a cop will have to be tested. Yeah. Hello, you'll have a hard time arresting anyone who's infirm or already dead. Okay, yeah. Low electrochemistry, you'll be too innocent to be effective. Without a working knowledge of drugs and sex, the city will be difficult to understand. With low shivers, though, you will seldom hear the city speaking to you, and if you cannot hear it, how can you ever save it? High-level shivers may make you seem mad to the outside world as you listen to the city. You don't listen to others. A lot of these kind of seem similar. At high levels, Half-Light makes you ultra attuned to the world. It is perpetual fear of your own shadow, of someone else's name or scent. You'll be ready always to pounce and physically interrogate passerbys. At low levels, you'll find your survival instinct is lacking and your methods limp-wristed. Those who respect violence will not respect you. Hand-eye coordination, perception, reaction speed, savoir-faire, I assume, will make you the king of cool, which is as much to say the most stylish douchebag in Revchol. Nobody will see you until you're ready to be seen, and then they'll get the full treatment, whether they want it or not. At low levels, however, you'll be a bumbling, feckless cop, unable to catch a pair of keys thrown by your partner without losing an eye. Interfacing, yeah. Composure. Yeah, okay, yeah, obvious. Low composure, though, you'll always be the first to crack. Okay. So what should our signature skill be? Probably boost one of our weaker skills, right? In logic. Probably one of these, I think. Unless we really want to be really good at some of this stuff. Maybe we, not drama. I don't know what signature. Should I do a high level signature? Or should we just really not lean into our intellect at all? I have to assume at some point this stuff will level up. So we're gonna make, wait, What happened to my signature skill? Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, let's do Inland Empire. Hunches and gut feelings. That's right, we're gonna be one of those cops. I don't know, I just got a hunch. Look at this background. The menu looks beautiful. The Furies. Okay, yeah, look, a medium success. You can take it, you're a champion. Stop! I don't want to hear anything more about this sensation. Take me back to the formless, disembodied nothing.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Help! Help me! Someone, help! Cut my head off! It's trying to murder the rest of me.
A streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Ah! It's so loud! I'm gonna have to check the settings. My, what do we have here? Oh, look. There's my portrait. That's me. That's me right there. I'm that guy. What? This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. This reel-to-reel tape player is still on, rolling empty. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. My goodness. Hold tab to highlight. You see bottles in the bathtub, wine, beer, and sweet liqueurs. Wow. What a guy. Mirror. Our mirror hangs above the bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there underneath the soft vapor. Wipe the mirror. As you slowly reach your hand toward the surface of the mirror. Abort! You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you will see there, and you will never unbecome it. Touch it first. Make sure there's nothing wrong with my face. I don't care. Show me. Behold. You have no idea who this thing is, do you? This is the face of a late-stage alcoholic. Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? I'm not making it. The face is making itself, clearly. Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. No. You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? I'm insinuating that I'm vaguely sympathetic. I think I'm sort of pulling it off too, in a sad has-been kind of way. There's some charm to it. There might have been 10 years ago. It's little more than a cadaverous spasm now. Oh no. Dig deep into your mind and locate the source of the expression. Failed. Do this one. Check failure. Okay, well, let the mirror be for now. That sure was something. What can I do with this? Pants. I need pads. Give me pads. This fan has two chains pulling switches. Only one ends in a tiny fan and the other is a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck, that you may continue your adventures together in a strange world. Savoir faire, medium, grab the tie. Give it! Check failure. You reach out to grab the tie, but what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain, doom comes over you. What the? This is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding your chest and keeping you from moving. Oh my goodness. For quite a long time. Still ongoing. Now is a good time to start worrying. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in a cold sweat and trying not to move, hoping it will keep you from dying. My goodness. Pull on the fan then. The blades come to squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the cable now. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap! It's released from the blade. Warning! Warning! The necktie is no longer contained. What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. Look. Oh. I haven't even noticed our portrait changing. Man, that is some look. My jacket, please. I need my jacket. What happened here? The window stand's broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. Assess the damage. I failed. Look out. The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're doing our best here. We're doing our best. Oh, wow, what is this? An empty cassette case. I'll take it. These are your shoes. The left foot. I only have one shoe. Can I use that cassette tape on this? Where you going? Hello? Oh, he's moving. He's not interacting now. Okay. Let's get the math out of here then, I guess. There's nothing more for us here. Oh, my head, please. You must value privacy. The door has been locked from the inside. Unlock? What is this? What is this THC up here? Is that part of the game? Or is that, you know, something wrong with my resolution? Are there keys somewhere? Oh. Maybe it has to have something to do with the mirror. Oh. My goodness. Look at this guy's face. That's my face. This kind of... That's spooky. I'm getting a -1 to my suggestion from my plain white shirt. I guess I'm trying to find a key now. What? Is there something I'm forgetting? Let's see. Doors locked from the inside. Oh, okay. You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut plants. Fish them out. It says, whirling in rags on the aluminum key ring. There's a single key on the ring, the number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door. Good. I'm better now. Oh my, hello. Look at me. Classe? The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Turn your bloated face away from a beauty and just keep on walking. We'll keep on walking. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28. Officer, am I military personnel?
No.
She seems perplexed by your question. There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman. Wait! I know, I'm a businessman. Chief Executive Officer, right? The young woman shakes her head slowly. Okay. Chief Technical Officer?
No. You're a police officer, sir?
You're shitting
I'm
me.
not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time.
She takes another drag. All this time?
You've been here for 3 days. on official police business, no less.
And what business is
I
that?
couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Try the expression on her. Let her know you want her physically. I'm at death's door. I'm at death's door, bloated, a goner, and still. Does longing ever stop? Alcohol raises testosterone levels, especially in men, she says matter-of-factly. The levels remain elevated after inebriation ends and the pain begins. You seek comfort. It's only natural. She puts out her cigarette. Aw, yeah. That's right. Says something stirs in you as she's about to go, called an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you've said the words a million times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes. What if I don't want to ask questions? You're a cop, Harry. It is unnatural of you not to want to ask questions. Wait, I have some questions before you go. Yes? What is this place? Where am I? You're in a hostel, so. Hostel, sir? No. Where are we? Where in the world? We are in Revachol. Sure that means something to me? You sure look like you're from Revachol. Revachol parties. Tell me what year it is. It's 51. What century? The current century. My God. You listen here, you shit. And what's that? What number? Centuries don't have numbers. They have names. And this is the current one. How many centuries have there been then? My goodness. Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir, she grins. What's so funny? You're right. Her expression turns serious. There's nothing funny about civilization. Dang, it's true. We do live in a society. This guy right here is a prime example of what lives in society. Your room is almost next to mine. Did you hear anything last night? There was the usual ruckus, she shrugs. Loud disco music. Did I have any visitors? I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here. She nods towards room number 3. Loud disco music? Oh yes, various artists. Ostentatious orchestrations prime among them. She raises an eyebrow, waiting for the name to connect with you. Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course, like 7. Life gets hard, as she sings, but we go on. Yeah, we go on, all right. I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped, and there was a change of pace. What happened? A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it. Was I singing this? Show her the empty case of the smallest church in St. Saëns. Yes! There was a church in there, a really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also, what else? That it doesn't matter anymore. That we are alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a wounded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it. When you say wounded, do you mean like in a cool way, like a wild beast? Smile. Zoom in. Zoom in on this. Smile. Yes, it was very cool. Then what happened? Then you started screaming and trashed the place. That's so me. What did I do? A window was smashed, the tape player probably, the song stopped, and furniture too. A real destructathon. There was screaming, and I think you passed out. It prides me to hear this. Tell me there was more. There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4 or 5, she nods, and that was it. Wow. Okay, you can go now.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Wait, I thought I successfully, seduced you with my charm and wit and my smile. Come back. Come back, please. What day is it? The calendar says it's March. The year is 51. So what, 8051? Is that what she was hinting at? Lady. Knock. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on somewhere inside. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you. Beauty, don't abandon me in all this ugliness. The door does not care. The door probably thinks you're a has-been loser too. You feel your funny necktie becoming tighter and tighter around your neck. Knock again. Knock again, much harder. Try the handle. Okay. Fine. Be like that. I didn't want your company anyway. I've already forgotten your name. This is the weekend edition of the satirical newspaper, Trompe Le Monde. I'm out of here. Didn't even want her attention. Her company. Didn't even care. Who cares? I don't even care. Well, after this loading screen, look at my face. Do you think this guy cares? He doesn't care at all. Wow, listen to his beats. This is where the lyrics would be. A big old karaoke mic just waiting for someone to sing into it. What is this? The speaker is connected to the radio. The music is seasoned with, with static. Who are you, my good man? Gart, the cafeteria manager. A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. Empathy. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now, he's purposefully ignoring you. Something tells me you don't like me.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
So not only am I a cop, but I'm also a hero?
Yes, you are. A real decorated hero.
What did I do?
What did you not do? First, you took the body down. Then you solved the murder. Then you didn't trash my hostel room. Maybe you even negotiated the strike.
Oh my god, I did all those things?
No, you see, actually, you didn't. You haven't done anything even remotely useful since you got here.
What have I been doing then? Have you seen me around?
Well, I haven't seen you around. Not always here.
He looks down again and keeps plucking at the bird. Oh, what was that stuffed bird? A competent work of taxidermy, the white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird has ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. Something about it makes you feel bitter. What happened to that bird?
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looks at the door, where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
I'm a cop. I'll talk to whomever I please. He pretends not to hear you. Concentrate on the bird instead. Hey! Hey! Are you the bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
What's the
I
difference?
have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
Sylvie, huh? Where's she at?
Just, you know.
What does that mean? There's something there and it's not good. That's all you know for now. Interesting. What kind of stuff do you serve here, Mr. Manager? The menu has been wiped clean. Only the word Monday is written on it. What cafeteria doesn't serve any food? There's a water cooler. Okay, look, we can run. I'm not done. I'm not ready for that man in the bomber jacket. Kitchen reserved for personnel. Sirens mess hall reserved. Oh, okay. What's this? Well, pinball machine is unplugged. Who's this?
Hello, sweetie.
Lena, the cryptozoologist's wife.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
She nods toward the man in the orange bomber jacket. Alright, fine. Kim Kitsuragi, a bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket, is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why? Shake his hand.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize. I have a low chance, 28%. Alright, let's do it. I succeeded! Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You are 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go. It is not yet time.
Okay then.
He processes the information and disregards it.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
You mean him? And a nod to the cafeteria manager. That jerk over there with the big nose? Yeah, I just talked to him.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Yes, the police. I'm aware I'm a
Right.
policeman.
And the interviews?
He taps his foot, more of out of habit than impatience. What interviews?
At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
I definitely haven't.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Wait, hey, hang on a minute. A dead body? Look, man, you know, yeah? No, that's not it. No.
So the body is still in the tree.
As far as I know. This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree. Okay.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
What if I told you I'm not really a police officer? We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will. He concludes, but first we have to take it down. I can't remember anything. He looks at you for a moment in silence. I can see you drank last night, and the night before, and that you are still drunk now, but I have seen officers go through much worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby, but as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern. Well, let's get going then. New task. New task. After you, officer. If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge? Wait, shouldn't I have my badge or something? You mean you don't have a badge? It wasn't on me when I woke up. Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you try to locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedence. Look at me. Every time my eye glances over to this portrait, this is a haunting portrait. Is this the portrait I wound up choosing for myself? Tutorial agent. Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by clicking on him. Okay, good. Let's talk to him now. Yes? Tell me about the case. What do you want to know? Literally anything about it. I can't remember a single thing. Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit. I know literally nothing about it, dude. Only what you told me before. Zero. Zip. Not even the slightest. Do you want me to brief you? Brief. Yes. That sounds good. 3 days ago, the RCM emergencies desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There's an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company, Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. Who? Do you know who the victim was? A security guard, a worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth. Okay, who was the caller? To find him or her is one of our tasks here. For now, all we know is that the tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. Why would they hide themselves? What? There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers union is a de facto police in Martinez. Now, it appears, they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. Excuse me? It's slow down. So slow down for just a second. RCM? That's us. The Reverchal Citizens Militia. We're the police in the city. I just want to make one thing clear, okay? Our job here is to find the killer. That's right. Well, would you say this is a quote-unquote mysterious case? The lieutenant considers your question the lieutenant considers your question a moment before answering. No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. Why not? He shrugs. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. I don't know, man. I don't know. I was thinking something otherworldly might be involved, you know, something supernatural. I can assure you nothing like that will happen. Do you know why not? Are you sure? I think something is already happening. No, something isn't happening because it's not part of... He makes a precise hand gesture. Reality. There's something the lieutenant isn't seeing. The universe is too irrational, too morally complex. You should convince him. How do I do that? Do I have to talk to him again? Okay, I can't convince him. If we're from different precincts, why are we on the same case? I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition. This disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise. What do you mean? You do not know? His eyes narrow. I assumed you were in on it. Bro, I don't remember it being in on anything. That's good. You know what I'm on. Come on. I've got the retrograde amnesia. Better still than an imbecilic cop-off. Cop-off? It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim. You should tell me now. This seems pretty relevant. Later, his voice is unflinching. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? I guess I have everything I need for now. Good, the lieutenant nods. Inland Empire, Legendary 14. Convince Kim there's a sexy dark mystery twist in this case. I have a 58% chance. What if you did it? Did what? The Hanged Man? Yes, you killed him. And then, as a part of the plan, you drowned out the memory. Maybe this is why your chest feels so hollow. You did an awful thing and you can't even bring yourself to acknowledge it. Are you sure that you would have had the strength to take down a hardened mercenary? You're not in the best shape. Hey, look, the best thing to do is be honest with yourself. Kim, I think I may be the murderer. I killed the man and then tricked myself into forgetting about it. The lieutenant appears unfazed. And what has led you to this conclusion? My chest feels hollow, like I did something terrible. That is a common side effect of overindulgence. It will pass. So you're saying I didn't kill him? I find that highly unlikely. It's not unusual for detectives to feel complicit in the crime until the perpetrator is apprehended, especially when the investigation is dragging. So let's get back to it, shall we? I think you should know that I can't remember anything. No, he just arches his brow. I feel like I must repeat this. I don't remember anything. There was heavy drinking involved. Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs? There's a sudden harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs. But I'm completely lacking in basic information about even this organization. Can you help me? Fine, we should get through the day for this day first. Off hours begin at 2100. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you orientation. Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you. What should I concentrate on? Try work. The case at hand. It can work miracles. But what's wrong with personal affairs? Not a fan. It's just the nature of lieutenancy. Fine. Focus on other people's troubles, not your own. That is the relief. Okay, forget it. Pause. Stare at each other for a second. I look to the left. I look to the right. I wanted to talk about you. Me? Yes, you. I do not see my life is pertinent to the investigation. Come on, open up a little. If you insist, what do you want to know? You're wearing glasses. That's correct. You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone. What? Am I just... people who wear glasses, alright? Just observing. I guess you don't need glasses. You don't look like other people around here, man. That's because I'm half Seolite. Or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. Seoul? Seoul? So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. He shakes his head. It's not an interesting topic. What is Seoul? It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting. Is time going on while I'm doing this? Am I wasting my entire day like talking to this guy? Come on, you're only making it sound uninteresting. I still want to know more about Seoul. You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seoulite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. He seems almost proud of these things. I'm a regular revacholier. He's glad to have shot down your question. Fine, then if you're not going to do that, how about this? Tell me a secret about yourself. No. Come on. Your brain sends a signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something has paralyzed them. You're pretty sure it's something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow. The eyebrow is exercising psionic control over you. What? What's happening to me? Something the matter, detective? This guy's got authority off the charts. With just a flick of his eyebrow, he's able to make you his thrall. How can I fight this? Nothing. You better hope he doesn't abuse his authority. There's a lot of it. I'm gonna scream. Oh my goodness, I didn't even know you guys were here. Hey Curbstorm, hey Dad Doof Doof, what's up? Am I on drugs? I don't, dude. Look at my portrait. Curbstorm, look down here. This is the man. This is the man I'm playing. This is him. And apparently I'm dealing with this man's like overwhelming amount of authority right now. I'm trying to like really dig into his question. I'm wasting the whole morning talking to this guy. If the lieutenant were an evil man, who knows what sort of havoc he could wreak? Fortunately, he is a committed officer of the RCM. He'll only use his powers for the good of the investigation. Well, that's good, I guess. The basement toucher. Yeah, it's kind of... Yeah, that's our protagonist right there. Okay, well, all right, Lieutenant Kim. You ever talk to yourself? What do you mean? You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with, like, your brain? I have no idea what you're talking about. So how do you know, taps forehead? What? Think? Well, I do most of my work inside my notebook. Lieutenant produces a small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. That's where his conversations with himself take place. Oh, thanks, empathy. Thanks. That's a really good, skill pass. He told me that explicitly. Oh, okay. You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. You're special. Oh, wow. You hear that? Look at this man's face. This is a special, quote-unquote, man right here. Alright, that's all for now, Lieutenant Kim. What do you... Oh, shit, I hit the wrong button. Fuck. So you're saying your brain never just chimes in with advice or warnings or anything? I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook. Produces it. Yep, okay. That's all for now. Did I do it? Okay, good. Let's change the subject. I'm an absolute madman. It has literally been, I think, 17 minutes in game time harassing this poor man. But hey, that's what you get when you have high psyche. I want to know more. You seem to be following me. Excuse me? Nothing, it's just an observation. You have he's looking for the right words, a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide. You mean distinctive? I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move it a bit erratically. How's that? They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers. That's racist. I don't prioritize containers. Bro. Are you serious? You better back off with those closed worldviews. I'm sure you don't. It's just a stupid interdepartmental thing. I'm making assumptions. We should move on. That's right. You better watch them. Passing along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his au revoir. He regrets bringing it up. Alright, let's that's it. What are my tasks? I've been lost 20 minutes harassing this fellow officer. End of day, debrief, the pissing competition. Okay, let's go back and harass the cafeteria manager. You! I already forgot your name. Gart? Wait, what was that? The man with the unimpressive beard. My gosh, the narrator's so brutal. Notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
He responds tersely.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
He looks to you, realizing he still doesn't know your name. That was me trying to recreate that voice, by the way. What is gold and orange like a forest fire, but smells like liquor?
Are you kidding me?
No, man. Help me out. What is gold and orange and smells like liquor?
You. It's obviously you. You smell like liquor, and you're orange.
See? Everyone agrees it's your color scheme. We're on the right track with this name
Is this
thing.
what you get when you call the police now? We've been waiting for a week here.
Officer Bungles is on the scene, I'm harassing my fellow officers, and I'm like, hey, what's your name, officer? I'm like, giving them cryptic descriptions.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Thank God Kim Kitsuragi's here.
Yes, of course.
For a moment, the cafeteria manager fidgets under the lieutenant's gaze. Then he gives in.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
He looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper, and hands it to the lieutenant.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What? Of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
3. This is 3.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are. But as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective?
Who, me?
Mm-hmm. I have everything. You?
Oh, you mean do I have questions?
Yes, he means do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
He's clearly agitated. Where exactly is the body? Behind this building, there's a courtyard. He points to the kitchen behind. They hoisted him up on a tree there. And how do we get there? That's easy. See that door there? He points to us. First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Conagerian cavalry to fit through. Does he want you to feel guilty of making that hole? It's implied in his voice. Well, who killed him? I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job. Did you kill him? What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him. Why did Sylvie go away? She went away because none of your business. This is the second time you've avoided the subject. Oh my god, what is your obsession with this Sylvie person? Get over it. Maybe it's he who's obsessed with this Sylvie person. It certainly sounds like it. I guess that's all. Let's go. Not so fast. You owe me 130 real. No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must merely be imagination, but... the horrific necktie. Let's bail! Time to push the eject button. Sounds like a responsibility. You don't like those. No. Don't listen to him. It's madness. Just talk. Alright. Okay. We've got a 42% chance to slip away unnoticed. We just book it out of there. Success. We just ran. As you blow this joint, behind you a whiny voice shouts, "Real mature, man. Real mature." That's right. I don't pay for anything. That's just how I work. Kim, let's get out of here. That's right. We're leaving. Okay. Alright. Just booked it out of there. Nice. Oh man, what a dreary place. The music! It's really loud. Wait, thank you. Okay, this music's just loud. Maybe it won't be, maybe... Who's this?
The RCM in Martinez? What can I help you with?
You sound
We
surprised.
don't see a lot of police around here. That's all.
I have some
Of
questions for
course.
you.
What can I help you with?
Who are you? Me? I'm just a gardener. Cool. And what are you doing here? I'm working. On what? I have a greenhouse in the yard there. She gestures over her shoulder. I've been trying to get some work done. What's my stats? I'll show you after this. There's discomfort. She stops mid-sentence. What? Well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from a tree there. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks. Don't worry, miss. We're here to clean it up. You can get to work soon. Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale. I have to run. We need directions. Nope. Thanks, that's all for now. I need to run. Of course, I won't hold you back. She wipes her brow with the canary yellow glove. Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with all. One more thing. Can I borrow your gloves? Sure, keep them. I have another pair. She hands you the rubber gloves with no visible annoyance. Thank you. My stats. There you go. Look at there. 1, 5, 3, 1, 3. I'm so emotionally tied into people, you know, that I'm clearly on the fringe, you know, but I'm a dummy. And I'm average physical and motorics. So, you know. And I'm getting -1 suggestion because of my white satin shirt. Oh my goodness. Is there a... How do I... Yeah. And I chose Inland Empire as my signature skill. Because, you know... I guess... Yeah, I wanted... You'll have conversations with your clothing. I wanted to have, you know, talk to my clothing. I want to be super imaginative. That's how you capture. Get weird. You're right. I have... Did you hear it? Did you see what it's saying? I have a horrific necktie. And it was talking to me. It was tightening on my neck, supposedly. Trying to... The necktie told me to bail on that guy instead of paying him money. And I did. I listened to him. Because if you can't listen to your necktie, who can you listen to? Let's be honest. How loud is this music, by the way? Is this music, like, oppressively loud? Like, can you hear me talk over it? Because the audio seems weird in this game. It kind of keeps going back to ear-bustingly loud in my headphones to it's a little loud. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. Like, I kind of want to turn, like, most of these sounds down. The music sounds good. But it doesn't seem like it's doing anything, like me setting these settings. Like... It's like a stereo thing, too. In the cafeteria. The sound shifts around the speaker. Where's the sound coming from out here, I wonder? I think that's a little bit better. It's still, like... Like, look, my sound is, like, right here. I guess it's just something I'm gonna have to, like, change and keep an eye on. What is this? Is this a box? Oh! It's another person I can harass. It's good now? Okay, good. I'm glad to hear it.
Welcome to Revachol.
The remark is it's addressed to Kim. What? Why are you addressing my partner like that?
Welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
Oh, dang.
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
You tell him.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Limbo? What?
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCN. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
That's right. Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine. Fucking A, Kim. I've got your back. Give the lieutenant a punch on the shoulder. Well, I think we all learned something here, smiled the lorryman.
I haven't learned anything I didn't know before.
He shakes his head with indignation. The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness. Now that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
He waits impassively, cigarette smoldering between his fingers. What are you hauling? Not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation. Wait, how long has this been going on? The strike? They've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. He gestures towards the lorries. But these, just say last week or so. What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up? Apples? Apples? Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions? Oh no, my rhetoric failed. He's giving you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested. Ah, no. What was that argument all about? It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. He spits on the ground. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep. You know, to be honest, I've had a lot of drinking. I'm not sure what that means. Please explain. People who have studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. He glances at Kim. So naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that. Yes, I can really tell you're a prime example of superior design. Yeah, look at this guy. Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? You know, we get into dangerous territory, dude. When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources. Okay, and? This concerns you, policeman, so better be vigilant. The damn kips are showing up good lately. Same with the mosquito. Oh, man. And the other intruder species, too. He throws a sharp glance at Lieutenant Kitsuragi. They're on the precipice of cultural victory. Uh-huh. It's true, he pushes on. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Wow. We are not even... I've been playing this game for 20 minutes. And we're already talking about racial divides. Oh boy, this is gonna be a game. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new subrace with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring. Whoa. Yeah, I don't think I'm down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself? Don't push your luck, runt. This man gives you a disgusted look, then turns his attention elsewhere, ignoring your presence. Well, huh, I see. I see. Huh? Excuse me, I'm gonna look at these magazines behind you. Jump jams! Most able-bodied men. What was this? Magnesium. Looky there. Oh, I can zoom out. Oh, whoa! Nice. Oh, heck yes, more people to harass. You know, I don't even want to do the investigation. I just want to talk to people.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler from another planet. Hey there.
I am the law.
Yes, you are, my man.
What's going on
the
here?
jam, my man?
He motions toward the sprawl of lawyers with a sweeping gesture. What's the jam?
Traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates of the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck.
Got that right.
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days upon days.
Limbo, huh? He's a cool cat. That's right, he is. Limbo, huh? So that's where I am.
Yeah, exactly.
How long have you been
Feels
here?
near forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Behind the laugh, however, he snickers after that comment. Behind the laugh, however, there's a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need?
Tell me more about this, strike. It's like whatever's going on at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out. What's the union demanding? Some pretty wild stuff I hear, like a giant new power crane and half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on. Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. He takes a note. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure. What do you think the company wants? They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. He makes a ka-ching sound. Ka-ching! Anything else I should know? Anything else, he thinks. Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. All of who? Us lorry drivers. Caminoers? Caminoers. Caminoers? I have no idea how to pronounce that word. A few still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. He smiles awkwardly. Not that I blame him, really. Not you. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing. He glances down the road toward the horizon, a glint of something in his eyes. What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can go on to the next one. You know anything about the dead man hanging behind the hostel? He ain't one of us drivers, I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here, keeping busy. With what? Analyzing the fundamental structure and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs. And your conclusion? A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. Damn. Man, he's really laying down some real stuff right now. Dude, can we get rid of Kim and like bring him on? He can be my partner investigator? What are you hauling? Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that. Time to arrest him. You're under arrest. Ha! No, I'm joking. My man, he grins. Fawn runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods, you know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Moran market lately. I like the cut of his jib. You're dang right. So nothing illegal then. Not unless they've legalized sports equipment while I was on the road. Is that your machine behind you? This rockin' beauty? He points to the lawyer with his thumb. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery? Yeah. Those are pretty neat. Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo over a long distance. These fallen tracksuits need to find their way to the kids out in Umarao and, oh my god, Rambird? Somehow. There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he spent too long in this lorry. Could I get one of those fallen tracksuits you're hauling? We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy. Right? I had another question. The man taps his finger rhythmically against his arm. Empathy. Formidable. What do you see in his eyes? Ooh, 42% chance. In his eyes? A half-familiar longing. Flecks of brown and gold. Familiar how? It's hard to say. His gaze wanders southwest, down the street that goes beyond the horizon. What's in the southwest? Excuse me? He emerges from the reverie. I'm a cop. Really, you can tell me. Man, I don't know what to say. Not much anyone can do. There's no help in absence, you know. I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, second kid on the way, waiting all the way in Diora. And here I am, stuck in this shit, so far from home. Diora. Diora of the Seven Seas. It's on the other end of Lake Kalu, pretty much. On another island called Laurentide, off mainland. We've got a little place there. I can almost hear my kid laugh when it snows. What's it like to miss someone? Wow, we're getting deep. What's it like? Good and bad. An ache that brings you joy. He smiles warmly. I think of them a lot. I dream of these silly scenarios in great detail, of living with them. It comforts me. There's a pause and a sigh. Then he turns his eye to you. What about you, cop man? You missing someone? Is that what it is? This feeling? No, it's scarier than that. You're pursued by a hunter, smelling of apricots and sorrow and the past. I miss someone, but I don't know who it is. I feel for you, my friend. It's bad enough to know who you miss. Missing like that doesn't feel like it is much of an upside. But thanks for this. It's nice to talk to someone, and I know it wasn't easy to talk. He smiles. I hope you find your way through your own troubles. I'm good for now. Good talk. Don't be a stranger. He gives you a salute with 2 fingers. Wow, we're just talking. Before you stands a motor carriage, the bodywork covered in blue and white livery bearing number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. Open the door. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. Pull out the pull-out toolbox. A metallic drawer slides out from... That's so loud. A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized. Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools like some men are. He's clearly a little protective of his tools, but what can you do? Work is work. Pry bar, flashlight. Take the pry bar. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Oh, I'm taking it off. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. Taking the chain cutters. Long and sleek. Take that flashlight. It's robust, waterproof, and well made. Police issue blue. Lets you think things dark you otherwise miss. Thank you, perception. I'm glad I was able to perceive that a flashlight would help me in dark areas. Push in the toolbox. I'm gonna have to turn down those effects too, like my god. Run our fingers over one of the steering levers. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch of the metal clutch handle, so familiar in your palm. Immersed. Tap on the full preheater gauge. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat. There's no use pressing the heat button, he says and jingles his keys. It won't start without the ignition key. Alternative translation: don't even think you can drive my MC. Pick up the radio. The frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye, and then you can hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static. This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you? Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting it on. Come in, Delta 10. This is Firewalker. Copy? This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? You could swear she was friendlier with the lieutenant. Could you connect with the 41st Precinct? I have something I need to report. Just a second, officer. She puts you on hold, the static crackling softly like a bonfire. After a while, you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar. 10-2, 10-5, this is the 41st. Come in, over. A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas, the radio switchboard. Hi, this is, me. I work at your station. 10-4, what's your status, over? My status? 10-18, 10-20, over. Can you repeat that? 10-18, 10-20, over. Please just talk human to me. These numbers mean nothing to me. State your message, sir. Over. I need to report my badge is missing. My badge. Oh, 10-9. Repeat message, over. My badge. I can't find it. Basically, it's gone. 10-4. Message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain, over. Is it him? A dry voice asks in the background. What does he want? Says he lost his badge. Needs to report it. He what? He lost his badge? Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think? It's Officer Dick. He tries to speak through laughter. Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity? Dick Mullen is not your name. It is the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Well, thank goodness. Defend yourself immediately. They're laughing at you. Come on, stop. This is serious. Stop bullying me. Come on. Stop. Ha ha. Officer's lost his badge. Ha ha. Like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge. Come on, guys. Get serious. He says this has probably happened to the other policemen before him. And laughs sarcastically. Oh, god damn it. Hey, fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this. Satellite Officer Vic Moore is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over. Mullen dicked us. Stop! Stop bullying me! This is serious! This is serious. He's asking you to stop. Says this is serious. Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking badge. Vic Moore concurs. Losing your badge is serious. Over. Can't we just move on? I want to get reported and be done with it. 10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over. Fuck me. Matt, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge. What's going on? Super cop here lost his badge. He lost his what? He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge. Could you all please just stop? Stop. I'm getting serious. Stop. He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge. Why? Did he find it? I've already lost his voice. The room at the other end of the line erupts in volcanic laughter. Sergeant Torson was wondering if you found your badge yet. Oh my god. This exchange, I think, is driving me fucking insane. Oh, jeez. And I just failed the reaction speed test. You don't have a comeback. Sorry, it's hard to think like this. He's not replying. Looks like he is still looking for it. You can hear laughter in the background. No! Enough with this now. I have other things to discuss. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over. The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to hear you. They're bullying me! My fellow cops! They're bullying me! New heights even for Captain Sober. Ask him. The speaker gasped for air. Ask him if he lost his gun, too. The room erupts with roars with laughter. Sergeant Torson wants to know if you lost your gun, too. Over. Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? I don't have my gun! No, it's gone. It's not fucking on you. Don't. Horrific. Oh, thank God. My necktie is trying to calm me down. Don't sweat it. Bratton, you don't need a gun to have fun. We can still have fun. It's not all over. Oh, at least I still have one friend, the necktie. 10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? You were wondering about your gun. Over. Oh, God, I have a low chance for this. Convince them that you didn't lose your gun. Oh, God. No, of course I didn't lose my gun. Fuck it. I didn't lose my gun. He says he didn't lose his gun or his fun, whatever that means. Ask him to describe it. His gun, not his fun. Just the gun will do. Come on. Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over. What is this conversation? What is happening right now? These guys are bullying me. Oh, request a description, huh? We'll give him one. Describe the plasma gun. Let's see, we gotta pick a good one. For starters, it's massive. Got flared cooling vents along the front and hydrogen flasks sticking out too. Well, I gotta go for that. 10-9, come again, please. Over. It's got a magnetic accelerator and arc that accelerates the energized ball of a periwinkle blue hydrogen-based plasma to near light speed. I'm gonna need to put you on speaker for a second. Over. Oh no. In contact, it detonates with the power of a dying star, erasing every living thing from existence. Oh, and did I mention it is dripping with sexy blue plasma? The officer is describing his genitalia in exaggerated terms. Over. No, that's not what I'm doing. Come on. Host in heaven, did he lose his gun and his mind? Dear God, he lost his gun. Oh, I can't. This isn't really a laughing matter. Matt can face the giant of Coco Nur by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants. Oh, I can't. Fuck, he lost his. Ask him if he still has his wiener. I'm not going to. Ask him. Sergeant Torson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over. Oh. Clears throat. I left it at his mama after I fucked her ass all night. Tell him that. That's a negative. Not gonna say that. Over. What's he saying? Share with the class. He said he sodomized your mother. The prick ate mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got. Sure, her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate. Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my mom we're talking about. I'll tell him to apologize right now. What is this conversation? What am I doing? There's a dead man hanging from a tree. I think I've been in this conversation for 15 minutes in game time. Sergeant Thompson requests that you apologize for the claims you made about his mother. Over. Hey, if you don't like the fallout, maybe don't fuck with the Firewalker. Mac, he says maybe you shouldn't have antagonized the Firewalker in the first place. Who? The disbelief in Vicmir's voice is overwhelming. Satellite Officer Vicmir. Firewalker. I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater, sir. Firewater? He's lost it. Fuck it. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing that matters. Satellite Officer. No, it's too late. You know what? I think I'm good. I think I'm good without my gun. Thanks. I'm going to report that you were in pursuit of your service weapon. Over. In pursuit of his... Officer, do you need further assistance? No, I'm done. That's all. I'm done talking to you guys. Roger that. 10-10, over and out. The static ends with a loud click, then everything is silent in the cabin. 18 kilometers to the south, in the 41st Precinct's relay booth, a small crowd is gathered around the communication officer Jules Old Boy Perdue, around a dozen cops. The small room is filled with cigarettes, smoke abuzz with laughter, and when Officer Judith Minna enters, his left arm is in bandages and hair trimmed short. Judy Minot? What is going on here? Did something happen? She asked, startled. John Vicmer turns to her and says, what happened is my partner made contact. It's not good. He's lost his badge and his sidearm. He seemed confused, delirious even. He stops to think. Mac the Torson is finger fucking his fist, laughing hoarsely and apparently telling some dirty story to his partner, Chester McLean, near the entrance. Suddenly he interjects, yeah, Mullen was fucked alright. Sounded fucking drunk to me. The tall ginger on his right still has tears of laughter in his eyes. Yeah, Mac's right. There was some gnarly shit there. Satellite Officer Vicmir bites down on his knuckles. Enough! He shouts across the room. The commotion dies down. All eyes turn to him. None of this is funny. It's fucking sad. That's what it is. He's a cop. He's one of us. God damn this. Minot looks down at her neatly polished black shoes. There's a quiet firmness to her voice when she speaks. We must help him. Yeah? How do you fucking plan to do that? Get him off the drink? Go jogging with him in the morning and get him on carrot juice? He's a lost man. I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. He wouldn't. The crowd in the room has started fidgeting uncomfortably. Someone's trying to slip out unnoticed. Mac, man the door, he gestures. Gestures Torson to block the doorway, then turns to Minot. You know what he told me? I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. Those were his words. He sighs heavily and turns to address the room. This shit does not leave this room. Not a word of this to the captain or anyone else. We'll give him a couple days to pull his shit together. Old boy lights another cigarette and says, I guess I can hold off the report for a few days. Good. Vicmer turns to the others. Okay, everybody. Nothing but a prank call here. We all got our laps. Now get back to work. Far north, on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand in the motor carriage. My God. That was something, you know. Look at this guy. This is Firewalker right here. This man right here. Kim, what are we looking at? What is this machine? Dude doesn't even know what a car is. This is the Corpus Kingdom. I've lost his voice. This is the Corpus Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and rate if you'd like. He nods at the cabin. Motor carriage. Motor carriage? Something bad with a motor carriage. A dark lump rises in your throat. What is this sinking feeling I have with the words motor carriage? Nothing. Nothing. It's probably nothing. Forget I brought it up. Please proceed with the carefree lollygag. Okay, but what is a motor carriage? A motorized vehicle, officer. I'm sure you are familiar with the concept. We've had these for nearly, a century. Do all policemen in the RCM have such cool motor carriages? The Corporate Motor Corps does provide most of our patrols vehicles, yes. Can we turn it on and drive somewhere? No, I'm afraid not. He straightens his spine. We have a murder case on our hands, remember? Man, that was something. I just got bullied by everyone in my precinct. I forgot where I was going. Oh, there's a trash can over here. I think that's where the body is over there. Mail collection box. The Post L'Aventure mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the back. Fuck you, mail delivery box. Kick it. There's a hollow satin ring as you kick the L'Aventure mail collection box. It sounds betrayed, in disbelief even. Your toe has suffered damage. It hurts. I stubbed my toe kicking the mailbox. Cool, the lieutenant nods appearing. You really showed that mail collection. You rub your toe. You think so? You think it was cool? I don't. Let's go. He must see the box as the weaker of the two, and you as a bully, something he doesn't stand for. Fine, I'll pat it. Good mail delivery box. The mail collection box has no faith in your psychopathic manipulations. Ah, who's that? Is that a small child? Wait, what is this? What are these flyers? Books? These are books? I don't read. I talk to neckties. And I kick mailboxes. Who are you?
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
Hi.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
She stomps her feet to feel warmer. What kind of store is this?
Store, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl. What is a book?
That is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in a really long letter.
Whoa, okay. What's a postcard?
A postcard is a small cardboard picture. You can write a few words on the other side and send it to your friend or beloved.
She is unfazed by your questions. She would consider it impolite to point out any perceived weirdness. What's a board game?
Board games are like little games on a table, made to pass the time.
Thank you.
There are several different ones, but sailors here mostly buy cards.
Oh, I see. Interesting. Thanks.
My pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know?
Oh yeah, I want to ask you some
Okay,
questions.
sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
I hope they're about books. No. What's your name? My name is Annette, sir. My mom, her name is Placence. She owns the store. She's inside, minding the register, or organizing the stock. The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts, her eyes wide as if recalling something. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. And you're standing out in the cold because I'm signaling that the store is open. She nods eagerly. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling, but she's cold. You're cold. Can I help in some way? Kind of you'd offer, sir. She doesn't know what else to say. What could you do to help her anyway? Such a good trooper you are, already learning the value of hard work. Pat her head. Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mom out with the store. She smiles and stands upright like a little soldier. Should you be at school, though? I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mom keep this place running. Isn't school more important? Mom says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mom says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. I love you. Good night, babe. Yes, please. Thank you. How's the business going? Mom says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being, she looks over her shoulder, cursed. Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders. Cursed? In what way? Cursed in a way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go, looking for the right word, ass up? She blushes. I wouldn't really say it like that, but I guess so. That sounds rather serious. I should probably look into this. Narrow your eyes. I look through the creaking boards. We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here. The lieutenant makes a note in his book. Yes, she chirps. Please do look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games you asked about are also in there, sir. What do you know about the other failed businesses? Man, we are just getting full in on this stuff. There's a dead body in a tree, and we've literally spent 2 hours just dicking around talking to random people. Nothing really, sir. Mom doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. She looks a bit disappointed. I don't really know what's there. How does this curse manifest itself? It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in the freezing weather. But Kim, the plasmic manifestations. No such thing. Stands at your side, stern and serious. The girl looks back and forth between you. Anything else you want to talk about? Stroking my chin. Enough about the curse for now. What is this crime business? Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals. Wait, not crime fiction. I need to know what crime is. She doesn't know what to say. It's that bad. Point to your head. Crime is what we are solving before this conversation began. Why would anyone want to read about crime? It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things, and it's kind of like a puzzle where you can guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him. I'm a policeman myself, by the way. No gun, no badge. Don't even know what crime is. You don't look much like a policeman. What are you talking about? Look at his face. He's a police officer. She examines you as if to find something policeman-like. Well, what does a cop look like then? Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just you don't look like Dick Mullen. She points to a book cover on which you see a strapping Vespertine officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. I used to be exactly like that Mullen guy. Then I decided to live a little. I don't know if I want to say that. It's not your body that's important in the police work. Anyway, it's in your... Point to your head. Head, yes! No, it's your soul, your blue soul. Soul, that Mullen guy looks like a Hempel man. Who could respect that face? It's not even drawn correctly. He lacks soul. She examines the illustrations of Dick Mullen, attempting to find his soul. I'm not sure I understand. A policeman's got to have the right stuff. An ingrained sense of the law. No one would follow a weakling like Mullen. If you say so, sir, she smiles mischievously. He's just a fictional character. He's no match for your soul. That's right. Oh, God. Okay. I'm going to deduce something now. 58% chance. Failure. I failed to deduce anything substantial. She waits intently. I'm a detective. I deduce that you are a girl. Come on, anyone would notice that. She rolls her eyes. What is romance? It's a type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man. She smiles at the thought, perhaps imagining herself in that situation. Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir. Oh my God, these questions. Do I really want to dive into this? What about a poor man getting a rich lady? It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly. Like during the Revolutionary or something. I see. Those are unhappy books. For most of the pages, people sad about what they have lost. But then it all turns out just fine in the end. What about when both of the men are bad? These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that. But what if it's written really well? Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady and then decides not to pick either because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting. What about when everyone's poor, little girl? That's really not a proper romance story there. That's more like everyday life. Sometimes you have to. Yeah, poor people are boring. I guess, yes, people in books are always very interesting, especially the romance people. What about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all? I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mom. Yeah? You think she has one about an excruciatingly painful breakup? I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though. She pauses, trying to figure out the appropriate answer. No. Think about it. One where they plunge into a torrid spiral of pain and recrimination, only it's really long and drawn out. Scarred for life. Phantom limb. No? I don't know. She looks at you with puzzlement. Doesn't ring a bell? Alright, I'll ask your mom. Yes, she nods. She knows books, definitely. You clearly have issues you need to address. You're right. Later, when you get the chance, you should address these issues by getting drunk. That'll show them. That's enough romance for me. I had other questions. We got one last people. We gotta figure out who these famous people are. Who are these famous people? Oh, kings and queens and generals of old. Are artists and writers, are musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. She scratches her cold reddened cheek, then continues. I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame. Can I become famous by reading one of these books? I don't know about that, but imagine life is great when you're famous. But I imagine life is great when you're famous. Fame sounds delicious. Maybe someday people write a book about me. Why would they do that, sir? Because I'll be a superstar cop in the papers and everything. That'll show them. That's so cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover, picture and everything, standing over a dead body, holding a gun. Alright, I'm going to do something now. 72%. Success. The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that? Hey, why do you keep your hands folded? What do you mean, sir? She looks wary. She knows where this is going. I'd rather not deduce anything. People get hurt. You can show them to me. She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at you two with little interest. A facade of true professionalism. He is far more intrigued by the situation than his poise reveals. It's okay. She brings out her reddened hands. Her nails are frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh. You bite your nails. And you do this from me keeping my hands folded? She shoots you a suspicious glance. There were a few other hints. Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that. Her eyes flash with defiance. She's not impressed. She actually is impressed. This is more like a defensive reflex. You want more? That I can figure out why you bite your nails? I got a few reasons in mind. Oh no. I gotta keep going. Confidence. She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic. You're uptight because your mother. Rats have been nibbling on your fingers. Child labor. Chewing on nails means you're recycling your body. It's an intense dedication to the way of business. There are no riches without personal sacrifice. I'm probably going to guess it's because of your mother. You're uptight because of your mother and the pressure she's been putting on you. Dismay flickers in her eyes. Maybe so, sir. She sighs. Okay, I know. It's a bad habit and I shouldn't. Either way, another ace deduction by the #1 detective in town. It was okay, sir. She's still got a rebellious streak. There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same. You think so? Do better, to do something about me. You're quite sober, she snaps back quickly. The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort. Wait, what did she say? You're quite sober. Wait, how do you know I'm usually not? Because you usually aren't. And I'm having a grand time. I sure hope you are, sir. She rubs her red nose. There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar somehow. Oh man. What am I missing here? Why does this feel familiar? 58%? Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before. Hang on. So you know me? We've met before? Yes. I stand in this spot all the time. She sways back and forth on her feet. You've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir, telling people about being a star or something. I don't really understand who those stars are. Did I ever talk to you? Of course. You stopped by a few times. She looks at you intently. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you. I doubt that. No, you don't have party eyes anymore. Lieutenant slowly, ever slowly, realizes something. Party eyes. Yes, of course, that makes sense. I'm not surprised children have seen you running around with party eyes on, he thinks. Not at all. Excuse me, party eyes? You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. She giggles at the thought. It certainly looks odd on a man. The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. This is what she meant. You're probably gurning too. Oh no. Fuck yeah! You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy. Does that mean I've been partaking in narcotics? Oh, baby, that's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing. So why didn't you tell me you knew me to begin with? I didn't know I had to do that. She looks puzzled. Thanks, I've learned something about myself today. I'm glad I could help you, sir. She smiles, a wide, helpful smile. Alright, bye. Not a word, Kim. Not a word. We're going to the body now. That's where we're going. Wait, what's this? Look at that sign. Whoa, an old comm box with a matrix of push buttons. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that. How about this? You could pick them up if you had a bag. I don't care about those bottles. Oh, whoa. Oh, look, wow, there's the body. Letter R wears a crown on the ribbon, a light above descending. Hey, kid!
Kono's got this!
The boy throwing rocks at the dead body can't be older than 12.
Oh yeah, Nabakumpi Kuno.
Yells the other kid behind the fence. A moment of your time, please. Yeah, did you hear the voice? My goodness. Hey, kid, a word. Police
Right
business.
in the dick, Kuno. Get him right in the dick.
The children ignore me.
Love it in the dick!
What? The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes, and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body. What does that mean? The kid is obviously high. Stop getting high on my crimes.
Kuno. Yeah, right in the mouthful.
They pay you no heed or pretend not to notice you.
The shit himself!
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Kim? Kim, what should we do?
Shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces. You will see.
The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno. He says we're fucking each other.
What? That's not what I said.
Fuck no! Kuno doesn't buy that shit! Fucking entrapment shit! Alright, entertain the Kuno! Show me what you got! What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got!
Yeah, I need to turn down the volume for this. I forgot. This is like a really loud grating voice in my ear. My God. The body. What do you know about it? Shitload, pig. What's your question? Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno. Kim, help me out. What do we want to know here? If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got here, and the usual. You have no idea what the usual is. Just ask whatever comes to mind. Do you know who he was? Kuno's fuck gimp. He picks up a rock. Kuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice. You know how it got up there? Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. You didn't see it happen? You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. He puffs himself. Kuno wasn't regional. Where did you go then? I don't know. Some fucking... He looks around trying to come up with something. Or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City. Where is Night City? Kuno gives you this info on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. He draws snot up his nose. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you mean. Have you seen anybody suspicious? Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno. Yeah, you tell the Fagari, Kuno. More on this later. Right now, let's talk about something else. You're testing Kuno's patience here. Get lost. About the crime scene. You kids often play in this yard? Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it? I might have questions later. For now, let's talk about something else. I gotta ask, who is Kuno? Kuno's Kuno, pig! The boy points to his chest with both thumbs. So, you refer to yourself in third person? The fuck are you calling a third person? Kuno's the fucking first person! He looks slightly confused, but proud he came up with that retort. But right as he's getting distracted, you hear a malevolent hiss from behind the fence. Watch out, watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you! The thing behind the fence starts squealing, a shrill and violent like fire alarm. The sound gets louder as the child shouts at the windows overlooking the yard. Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape! Oh god, I've already lost Kuno's voice. Help! The boy joins in. He's got the Kuno! Help! Just answer the questions. Help! He's digging his dick out! Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid! Pigs are hurting Kuno! Somebody please! It's full blast now. The wind carries the message far and wide across Martinez. Shut him down! Oh, heck yes. That's right. Thump. The blow connects surprisingly well, leaving your knuckles tingling. Kuno feels it. This was no light tap. Oh, what for? This only 12-year-old is trying to get his bangs. I think we have normal combat. Officer, this is very far from normal police conduct. The lieutenant breaks his silence. Get yourself together. For heaven's sakes, he thinks this has gone too far. Don't make this any worse than it is. Just get back to questioning the kid. Okay, pig. He's no longer wearing his demonic grin. Something happened. The punch made him calmer. If this act was about him trying to establish dominance over you, it's safe to say things didn't go as he planned. Kuno knows how to respect that violent shit. You should see Kuno's dad. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about anything, he declares with pride. The creature behind the fence has fallen ominously silent. Only her eyes are alive, jumping from actor to actor. Okay, pig. Talk to Kuno. We're back in this shit. He brushes dirt off his hand. The fuck do you want? Empathy. Figure out what's going on with this kid. 42% chance. Failed. Damn it. He's on your crime scene, bossing around. He's been here for some time, too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful. Kuno, you, Kuno, listen, I know this boundary pushing thing is new to you, but it's old for us grown-ups. Get your snot out of Kuno's ass, he waves you off. Kuno knows how hard Kuno pushes it. Kuno pushes it hard level. You should give up, Popo, or the coon will keep fucking it out of you. Are you okay, Kuno? She looks worried. The coon has her confused. That was wrong. He took it as a compliment. Then he had a minor seizure. Oh my Jesus, man. So you respect me now? You're dreaming, pig. That's not how about this shit works. A little, but don't expect anything to change. Don't let him dominate you, Kuno. Fuck his fat ass. Alright, I'm off. I'm done with this. Kuno doesn't fucking care. Like, I gotta like turn this shit down. No, that voice was like horrific. What's this? A human being decomposing. That kid, he got the better of us. Let's look at this dead body. Yeah, Kuno, fuck him up. The hanged man. The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. Look down. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostril. Endurance legendary. I have a 3% chance. God, what is that? Why is it so bad? Active decay. The lunatic raises a white piece of linen to his nose. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging. He's about to blow. He's about to blow. The cop's gonna blow, Kuno. I can do it. 3% chance. Nope, I failed. The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth. More instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fervor than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within. Let it out. Hey man, sometimes you just gotta let it out. You can't hold it in. You feel a great force wringing you from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from stomach acid. God. It's okay. It happens to everyone. Lieutenant hands you his white handkerchief. Keep it. Thanks. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. You think ammonia would help? If you can handle the headache. Some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor, but not you. I can't handle the headache. It's more likely he can handle the smell, unlike you. Okay, where do we get it from? That young woman. The gardener mentioned she used salts for the smell. You know, if she doesn't have any, there might be some in the fruit store nearby. Having the ammonia is a modifier to the endurance check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them. Oh, well. We have no choice. We gotta go get ammonia. I'm coming! Run out of there as quickly as possible. I threw up on those kids. It's embarrassing. Oh, man. Hey.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
Do you still have your salts? I think we could use some. Sure, I'm done with them. She takes a small capsule out of her breast pocket and hands it to you. Alright. Goodbye. Stop throwing rocks at him! Kuno, you little dick. Alright, here we go. 8% chance. I did it again. Not even the ammonia helped. The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears. Oh, I think I don't want to be a cop anymore. And get the hold of yourself. You feel the lieutenant pat on your back rhythmically. The weight is reassuring, like a kernel on solid fortification. Pat, pat, pat. I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You're facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder. Why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop my whole life? I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate, throw up, initial autopsy, throw up, bag it. He pats on your back again. Then drive to station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough. You seem to be fine. I think I've lost my sense of smell. Not being hungover helps too. Do without me. I just can't keep it down. No, this is a two-man assignment because it needs 2 officers to complete. I need your help. He withdraws his hand and looks you in the eye. You need to get your shit together. But I don't want to get my shit together. I'm kidding. Okay. Thought gained. Volumetric shit compressor. We should go talk to locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now. You have received a thought. When this dial is over, go to your thought cabinet in the bottom right menu and equip it. Give it the half hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go. Half hour. My thought cabinet. A volumetric shit compressor. Hang on, I'll be right back. I gotta turn the fan off. 2 seconds. It's chilly. It's cold. Okay. Your shit is apart, and it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be the opposite of that. Together, compressed in a small area to achieve a solid level of shit compression, squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with 2 hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people. Maybe that will help. What does this even do? What is this? Look at this imagery. What is this doing for me? Temporary research bonus none. Research time 30 minutes. Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me. My apologies. They are like perks? Oh, I see. Oh. Now, this perk doesn't do anything. Time has to pass while you internalize it. This doesn't give any bonus. So we gotta go talk to people. I've already talked to people. Oh no. Let's go talk to the mom in the bookshop. Ah, yes. Let me look at some of your books. Firewalker likes this. Mountain of board games. A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Whirl-related merchandise. Storekeep, what board games do you have here? I don't even know her voice yet. A wonderful board game, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure. Perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinde, a very educational game for those interested in geography. Roadbreeder is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children. Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends or family? Do I have friends? Look at Lieutenant. Are you actually friends or just colleagues thrown together by circumstances? Yes. Kids, friends, chicks. I have all those. Then you're a lucky man, officer. Children are the greatest of treasures. She fiddles with her pendant, thinking. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzanti. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize or impress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real. Ah. So what about all these rural things? Lousy auras there, she shudders. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kinds of things. Personally, I don't like them, not at all. I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts. Oh, okay. That they have rituals where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff. You can still buy them, though. She looks at the table, crossing arms. Look through the pile of rural-related items. An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition. There's also a large, hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katuak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure gamebook titled Tales of Rural, Cavern of Velcrag. Anything that really catches my eye? There's a box that says Rural 3rd edition Mega Setting, Supplements module, the side panel notes, a fantastic adventure board game, new maps and miniatures, a sticker on it displays 25 real. Wow. Okay. I'm poor. I have no money.
Welcome to Crime,
romance, and biographies of famous people.
I wasn't far.
My name is Plaisance.
I wasn't far off with the
Be
voice.
welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
A golden pendant hangs around the woman's neck in the shape of what looks like a tiny fish head trapped in amber. A curious pendant you're wearing, I say while narrowing my eyes.
Oh yes, helps to have an anchor in these times.
She clutches the pendant and narrows her eyes as well.
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Her voice is high-pitched, as if to give more penetration. She has fine-tuned her voice to find the most welcoming approach for attracting new customers. It doesn't work. The girl outside mentions this place is cursed. Cursed? Who said that, Annette? She blinks. I will have a word with her. This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy. Good for commercial activity. My business is thriving, sir. Doesn't feel like it's thriving. Feels ghostly. Your daughter's the one standing outside the store, right? Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl? Yeah, of course. Wonderful. Did you talk to her? Yeah. Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her? Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store. Yeah. 10. She's very polite and very helpful. My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. She's immensely satisfied with the answer. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette. I'm here to dismantle the free market and abolish child labor. She rolls her eyes. You must be kidding. There's nothing like that happening. Depends. How much do you pay the kid? Good sir, what does a young child do with money anyway? No, I save it for her as a fund. She's securing her financial future out there. Slap the cuffs on her. I formally reprimand you for corrupt activities. She raised an eyebrow. Oh, of course, officer. Good work. Are we done with the jokes now? Yes, we've had quite enough fun here, right? Lieutenant taps his foot. I get she's a trooper, all right. But it looks like she can take it, but it's actually wearing her down. You know she's been biting her nails? God, ugh. I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. Her voice is firm. She'll get over it. Anxiety is a part of life. A part of hers, too, clearly. I don't think she can do anything about it. She can if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks. What you're doing is wrong. Even I know that, and I usually don't know anything. She stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change. This is a person coming to terms with a new reality, one where they are wrong. It's not easy. All of a sudden, she exhales sharply. Her shoulders slump down. Oh no, she mutters. Hold on, I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there. There, she returns on. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. Me too, sister. All this stress, she stops, but her mouth keeps moving. It sounds like both the husband and the mother treat her the way she treats Annette. Both the husband and the mother treat her the way she treats Annette. You're like Annette to your husband and your mother. Oh, she nudges her glass nervously. Well, my mother was horrible. Of course, absolutely perverse energies around that person, but my husband... She shakes her head. My husband is completely different, of course. Is this husband Annette's father? Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here, she says gloomily. No matter, soon we'll both be off for Grand Curran. Wait, what's that? It's a proper place to live, one of the most peaceful neighborhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. Oh. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. Her smile is wide. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead, for sure. And your husband's also involved with the bookstore? He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner. Oh, I see. Is she an only child? Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... She pauses for a second. No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy. Why not? We're quite busy people, you know. My husband and I, quite busy. Her voice wavers a bit. Children are a lot of work. You don't look like a father, so I don't expect you to understand. She catches herself at an impoliteness. I'm sorry. I'm sure you do understand. Well, she told me she doesn't go to school anymore. She nods. She's been too busy helping me here, so she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off. Oh, okay. I have something else I want to talk about. What if I want to buy a book? That's why you are... Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel compelled to buy anything? She fiddles with her pendant. Then she waves her bony fingers directly at you. See those shelves there? Go, be drawn. What type of books do you have? Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. She nudges her glasses. The shelves compel you, don't they? She's attempting to mentally direct you towards the shelves. She only wants you to buy the goods. She doesn't care about books. You even know what books you have for sale? Truth be told, not really. My sister brings in most of the goods. I'm sure it's all very literary stuff with well-written prose. But you don't learn about the important things in life from fabricated stories. Where do you learn about the important things then? The truth is available if you just know where to look. And you have to open and free your mind to understand. He nods at you cryptically. All right. We did it. We got her daughter in here. The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Heimdall somewhere. Store upkeep. Tell me about the Muscleman books. Oh, Man from Heimdall, a very popular series of adventure novels. She looks at the book with some disdain. They're awfully immoral, violent books. Why are they so popular? Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do. Oh my goodness, my throat is parched. Oh man. Sounds good. Which one should I start with? What does it matter? They're all the same. She rolls her eyes and fiddles with her pendant. However, the customer is always right, as they say. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Heimdallerman, the Man from Heimdall. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I don't. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series. Look through the display. Rows and rows of Heimdallerman blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Heimdall and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Heimdall. Return to Heimdall. And the solipsistic Man from Heimdall and the Heimdall Man. Good God, how many are there? Maybe 100? Man from Heimdall and the sages at the end of the world. Man from Heimdall and the false god. Man from Heimdall and the scorched earth. The Heimdall colonies. The swamp beast. The snow crabs. Is that all? Not even close. Heimdall in hell. The force of slaves. Under the lake. Heimdall burning. There's even the Trial of Death. A pastoral combat game book set in the world of Heimdallerman, and so much more. Pain threshold. Do any of these books call out to me? 58% chance. A twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching. Ow! Your hand reaches towards a book with a glossy cover art in the very... Cover art of the very muscular man from Heimdall in chains, kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. A woman sits on the throne, leering at the man. She's laughing at him, belittling him. Between the throne and the Heimdallerman lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Heimdall and the Devil Woman. Aren't all women devil women? Ha 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 ha. Especially those leering types who seem to wear nothing but an armored bikini. There's also some sort of snake lizard beast slithering around her abdomen, chest, shoulder region. Oh. Wow. Well. Listen. Hey, Annette. Hey, I'm helped you out. I'm a good guy.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very busy with my homework. I have so much homework now.
You just can't win. Math. She looks in her notebook with trepidation. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess. Suddenly she smiles and perks up, remembering something. Oh, I forgot something while you were away. What is it? Adam Kane, Dick Mullen's hat. I thought this would fit you. She gives you a hat, almost exactly like the one Dick Mullen wears on the covers. Like a thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does. Wait, where did you get it? Just what Dick Mullen would ask, she lowers her voice. I got it from behind the curtains. It's not really supposed to go there. It's a fedora? Maybe. It's the hat Dick Mullen wears all the time, she grins with joy. You look way more serious with that. Suddenly she looks back at the infernal scribblings under her nose. Right, I have to get back to my homework now, before Mom notices. Man, this is hard. I've got a hat. Yeah, check me out. A real police officer type. That's right. Move. Huh? Seems to be stuck. Thought complete. Volumetric shit compressor. Oh, nice. It's in color now. That's exactly what I needed. Bizarre scientific news from Rivachal West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts. All endurance white checks unlocked. Learning cap for endurance raised to 4. Oh, I see. Cool. Nice. Did I see that right? Do I have a skill point to give out? Oh, I sure do. I have no idea what I would even remotely begin to level up. I guess this one. Hunches. Psych base, learn skill, signature skill, bonus from items. That's right, we're at a total of 8 now. That's our strongest skill. Oh, hey, what's behind the curtains? Reveal your secrets to me. You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtain.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
She's right. Those curtains give off some eerie vibes. Better not mess with it. What's so eerie about those curtains? Be wary of those mysterious ornaments from the Dark Isles. Dark Isles? Do you realize what's out there? Upon the mist-shrouded islands of Ile de Fantôme in Semenine? Eerie pygmies and wild shamans with practicing unnatural mysticism? Yes, I've sensed that. It's terrifying. They lurk in the tropical pale of Semenine, casting strange magics on everyone. Ignore the curtains or suffer the consequences. Shopkeeper, what's behind these curtains? Nothing. Now please go back to browsing books. She fiddles with her pendant. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become. Examine the strange cage-like trinket. You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straws. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtain remains shut before you. Pull them open. Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more. Sir, don't touch that. I've told you it's off limits for the customers. Her hand has closed around her pendant, her fingers nervously playing with the talisman. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous. She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people? Is it about the curse? That's why you're afraid? No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains. She's almost begging you. But I sense this place is calling for me. I must investigate beyond the threshold. You do? She grabs her pendant again, visibly shaking. My God, even more reasons not mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir. I don't care. You can't stop me. I'll open them. No, she raises her hand trying to stop you. Please, just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme. There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. The curtains chatted with... Alright, well, tell me about the curtains.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Why are you so uptight about those curtains? I already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books. If it's just a storage room, then why does it have a semi-used ward protecting it? It's just for decoration, she wavers under your gaze, mouth pressed into a tight-lipped smile. Then something breaks. Okay, fine. It's because this place is cursed. Just like Annette said, they don't call it a doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you ruined everything? She closes her eyes and starts mumbling something into her pendant. Suggestion. Take it easy. You've broken her resistance. Pushing her further will gain nothing. Why didn't you just tell me right away? It's not good to talk about the curse, not in details, the negativism. She shivers. It's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them. How does it manifest? A shiver runs through the woman as she looks around in the dimly lit store. The curse is so much worse you could imagine. It's a disease eating at the very foundation. Her voice drops to a whisper. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy. She peers at the curtains again. Didn't that curtain just move? What does that mean? Everyone knows that all the previous companies in this building have sooner or later declared bankruptcy, and their malicious spirits are still here, feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here. Sounds familiar. Strange, I feel unwanted too. What does it mean? Truly so? Her eyes narrow as she tries to get a read on your injury. Perhaps the dark energies are leeching off you. You shouldn't stay in the store too long. It may be dangerous. Have you sought help from anyone? Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards. She nods at a strange cage-like trinket on the curtains. The ward helped to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building, even though now I fear it's not enough. Is your pendant part of the wards as well? Oh, this? She holds the pendant in her palm. Its ochre heart glistens. Its ochre heart glistens under the light. No, it's a special Himian amulet blessed by desert pygmy shamans with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books. There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with different inducement spell, for example. She nods. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%. Would you like me to take the case? I can investigate, see if the curse is real. Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be so they can return to their slumber. Psychic arts? Sounds right down our alley. Hey. Convince her to let you investigate the doomed commercial area. That's right, 72%. Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like. Ma'am, I came here to help. I've handled paranatural situations before. Are you sure? She looks skeptical. Oh, she looks skeptical. Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before. I sense the psychic emanations from afar. The sleeper beyond calls out. She shudders. I'm not so sure I can trust your claims. Honestly, you look a bit of a drinker. I'm sorry for being so blunt, but... Hey, now. Hey. You need the booze to focus, all right? The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook. Go ahead, then. Rock her world, he thinks. I'll compose some notes. I admit I've had my share of drinks, but only because the spectral realm is parapsychologically taxing. How do you know all this? Here we go. Your wards brought me here in the first place. The Simonese blood also runs through me. I used to live on the Shadowy Isles. The Wild Wise Men taught me the rituals. I am the Void Revenant. I have the powers to debad all the bad energies. I used to live on the Shadowy Isles. Oh my, I should have known. You do have that wild man look. Our meeting couldn't have been mere chance. But I am not the only one who risks. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us. No problem whatsoever. Your family is safe. The phantoms are no match for me. She shuffles nervously. If you promise, good officer, then... He pauses. You might be our last hope. Do you swear it? A hand on your heart. On my honor. Thank you, sir. A timid sigh of relief followed by a cautious smile. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity. Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire. Of course, the entity. You have? The entity takes the form of a woman. A witch, probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Do you know that she lives inside the chimney? Chimney, the passage between heaven and hell. Of course. Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing in there. Item gained. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the ward building behind the curtains. Take it. Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked around. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there. Unbelievable darkness and ruin. I had a few more questions. Never mind. Farewell for now. Let's go, Kim. I've got my gloves on and my detective's hat. Pull the curtains open. You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Siamese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen. A small, terrified "Oh!" escapes from Placence as she tries her best to look away, her round face buried in her hands. Alright, let's do it. Ghostly silhouette of hair dryers. A vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Simonese trinkets and charms. It appears to be unlocked. I mean, there's no point for me trying to break it down. I'll just unlock it. After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room. Alright, crack knuckles. I'm going in. I can't be scared. Can't be scared. Look at my face down there in the lower left. What? You want to talk to me?
What is this place?
It looks like a gym to me, dude. Yes, but no one's been in here in ages. He draws a stripe on the dusty floor with his foot. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on. An eerie feeling rises in your chest. What if there's a reason why no one's been here for ages? Yes, because it's closed. No need to look for supernatural explanations when a banal one will do. Now let's move on, shall we? Ah. Sand is dripping from the punching bag. What's this? Shot put ball. Taking that. Yep, we're gonna need that right there. A barbell. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of a beast it's dealing with. Lift them. Why does it feel so familiar? I have no chance of lifting that. Is this familiar because I'm a weightlifter? No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers. You bruised your knee against the mat and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone. A memory from another life when you were young and fit. Alright, 8%. Go! Oh. Oh! How did I hurt myself? Well, you managed to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. I'm wearing gloves! Turns out you're no beast, just an old man with bad form. See? See? This place is cursed. Fuck you, you stupid barbell. Seems like I'm just a little out of shape. Maybe these gloves are just stuck. Proper weightlifting gloves would definitely afford a better grip, the lieutenant agrees. Leave. Well, I only have 1 health. Ooh, this is spooky. What's in here? What's that? Nothing on the ground? Wild animals stare at you in the dark, stuffed and mounted. This is spooky. Bunch of mannequins in here. Oh, no, I don't want to talk to him. Nothing. Nothing, Kim. Get out of the way. Oh, I found money. Heck yes. Oh, boy. Maybe I'll find enough money to go buy a board game. Or a book. What's this? A production schedule filament memory. Okay. Who knows what that is? This is too spooky. We gotta move quicker. We gotta move. Project Dreadboard. Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing is faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board. Inspect the drawings. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins casting wax-based magic, translucent welkins with organs shining under the skin, and even aether welkins hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however. Examine him. This is important. It's Varahamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged. The holder, the dweorg, the humans, and even the headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with welkin, green welkin, dread welkin, and the high welkin to rule them all. The lieutenant can't help but comment, an inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures. Why would they spend so much time on this? Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game. Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions. This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real. One of them is a Wilkin supremacist. Political commentary. That one has a great beard too. Kim nods at the Wilkins facial. Well, this has been educational. Let's move on from the Wilkins. Just look at those details. So much effort. And for what? All gone. Inspect the photos. The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees groaning under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much needed respite from our own world. Inspect the schedule. This is a monthly calendar from the year 8050. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minime, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. What happened? As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region. Lieutenant looks at the frigid ice field of nothingness and concludes, looks like they didn't make it. Inspect the notes. The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out the three slogans. Call in, tune out, rural untethered, and the heat death of the universe. I see. This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button, and a piece of paper still hangs from the printer. A radio computer, says the lieutenant, watching you circle around the machine, just sitting here without anyone in sight. He sounds surprised and a bit cautious. This is a RIM Civic radio computer, model RC5120. Equipped with a field mainframe and a RIM-compatible printer. Do you think I should turn it on? We have one of those down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it. Turn on the machine. The machine... Let's see, I need something to drink. What? This music sure is something. The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal, stirring from its slumber, revealing virescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open. Look inside the compartment. It's empty, like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment. Insert the production schedule. Like a smooth drawer, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking. Press play. A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Have you stirred the ghost of the doomed commercial area from its rest? Could this be its dismembered heart beginning to flutter? The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air. Good afternoon. Fortress accident on Rue de Saint Gillian. This is East Insulidian. Repeater station 1. Please repeat. Is this a production schedule? What's the production schedule? The filament you have inserted in the reader. Ah, right. Thanks for the explanation. That was a question. Have you inserted into the core? Yeah? Good. Please repeat the password. You should ask her for a hint. I'm really bad at hints. Can you give me a hint? No. Is it my birthday? Still no. This is the police. Please open this thing. The voice recites, I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder Fortress accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel 1, I cannot give you access to this filament. I'm afraid we're not doing that unless we want to wait for a month. Now can you please repeat the password? The voice in the machine asks in. She sounds cold in the damp air. I don't know the password. Received. I'll register this login attempt. Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later. Is there anything else I can do? Why did you call me Fortress Accident? Fortress Accident is a company on whose name the terminal you're currently using has been registered for. Do you have any information about this? One moment, you hear her flip through a catalog before he reads out with studious care. Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says. And what's that? This interactive call-on radio play. The static drowns her response. Any other questions? You hear her ask when the connection finally improves. What are you, a machine, or are you alive? Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old, and my name is Yvonne. Lieutenant whispers into your ear. She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid. Yvonne, my partner tells me that you're here because radio guys are all paranoid. They're merely cautious, says the old lady. It's my job to protect their filaments as a password repeater on the East Insulidian station. Okay, but where are you? How did you know where I am? I work as a repeater at the East Insulidian State Repeater Station. It's my job to know where you are. Fortress Accident. As for me, well, some static then. I am sitting at the cubicle surrounded by a wall of radios. Doesn't it get lonely sitting there by yourself? Don't you get lonely? Lonely? For the first time you hear the chuckle through the rustle static. Why would it get lonely? I get to talk to people all day. That's why she does this. Now please tell me if there's anything I can do, Fortress Accident. That's all for now. Thank you and goodbye. The old lady's voice disappears. Where's print? Nothing happens. Alright. That password somewhere around here. Frequency fireplace. This is the old fireplace. This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker. The mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. A diagram for summoning some time-forgotten being? The symbols seem very esoteric. What am I looking at? Radio frequency, it seems. UKV 123.6, 123.7, some written notes too, sparse and cryptic. Radio frequencies for what? Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system, split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced. So we're dealing with something medical here? You think so? The web is comprised of radios. Oh, I'm talking to the fireplace. All lead back to one red heart titled The Game Master. Frequency. A note says this one can listen in on any station it wants. They must have had massive airwidth. These things don't come cheap. Wait, who's the Game Master? Someone very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people. Who's playing? Whoever decides to call in to the call-in station, looks like. All this gone, left unrealized. My God, the lieutenant leans closer, his finger tracking the maddening rhizome, as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became. The cost of airwidth alone must have been very huge. Exactly, he nods at the calendar on the chalkboard, wiping his marker-stained fingers clean against his jacket. The schedule, I know. Doom when I see it. The company was running out of funny. What else? Nothing. It's just lines on marble, an echo from times long gone. No one has used a fireplace in ages. No password? Baggling around. Nope, there's nothing. Huh. Oh, hey, he wants to talk.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Looks like an undercover counterintelligence program. No, that's not it. I think. Lieutenant takes a step back, stippling his hands, like he's ready to lay out a fine theory, crafted together like a puzzle box. It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games, only these people are trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers. Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment. How are they planning to ever do that? Through call-in stations, he nods at the fireplace. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the Game Master frequency that listens in on all smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremony of sorts. His fascination has swept aside other concerns for the moment. He looks a little hooked. Coordinating so many games would take a whole switchboard of people, possibly divided into sub-frequencies. Has this ever been done before? Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Grad, Messina, Cognistane, places with industry. But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an intersolari game before. We just don't have the technology. And this was a role-playing game. Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. He points to the chalkboard. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the Wiro board game with heat death thrown in. Well, what happened to the company? No idea. They stopped filling out their schedule on the chalkboard. Wow. Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but the lieutenant tilts his head thinking. They were insane if they thought they could do this. Yes, especially in here. Kim looks around at the derelict room. The pipes howl and a rat crosses the floor in front of your feet. Okay, let's keep moving. Alright. Thank goodness Kim's here. I can't put one and one together. I'm too busy, having a good time. Money and magnesium. I actually need something to heal. That would be like the best. Okay, we got something going on here. Ice bear fridge. You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost and the bear's eyes are glowing red. What the heck is this? The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines out from the mysterious belly door. Crack the door open. A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun. Inside. The shelves are empty. All you can see are crumpled ice cream wrappers and a brand name. Rivachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge. Take the note. You pocket the note and the little fridge magnet, keeping it on the door. Examine the ice cream. Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge. Wait, what is the giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cell in the first place? Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge. The lieutenant reaches for one of his wrappers. He studies in the lights. They try to sell ice cream? I know, says the lieutenant. What an unfortunate market choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day. The lieutenant points at the red snarky cable running from the fridge. The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic. Examine that again? Oh. Close the door. Use interact button in inventory to inspect the item. What's that? What's that? A note from the fridge. The note is written with a blue pencil. Does it say anything interesting? The lieutenant leans closer to read the crumpled note over his shoulder. This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active. Read the note. Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care. Sulislaw. Looks like someone who wrote the note. It looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying there. Maybe they had to leave in a hurry. That's a plausible hypothesis. What's a filament memory? It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer. Who's the little ginger kid? Really? The lieutenant looks at you, the corner of his mouth curved into a smug grin. You don't have a single guess? Kuno? I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on a filament memory, even if he doesn't know what to do with it. He'd probably try to pawn it for speed based on our encounter. You have any idea what this could be? The frozen ice cream maker? I don't know. I'm assuming somewhere it's close to the ice bear fridge. Put the note away. Oh, there's hidden stuff, huh? A hole in the wall. A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see. Look, there's a hole in the wall. There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look? Okay, I do. Your hand reaches deep in the darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away. Rifles, Kim! Just steps closer. Are these any good? Most of them are rusty and inoperable like the rest, but one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock in better cosmetic order than the others. Take it! You're a police officer. Police officers carry guns. This one looks nice. An old Belle Margrave from the Revolution, the lieutenant notes with approval. His eyes are gleaming. Seems to no longer be functional, but still, a beautiful thing in its own way. What does this mean? It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It is an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future. He likes his find. Good, that's good. Where are we? Seems like an old bunker from the Revolutionary period. Look at all these rifles. He points up at the rifles under the ceiling. Must be an old weapons cache. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, I'm gonna go back here. There's stuff to interact with back here. A central furnace. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony. Kim, what is this thing? Is it a furnace? Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat up the building. It's connected through the chimney. He opens the door and gingerly peeks inside. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rat. Look inside. Dark and grimy here. In the darkness, you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice, or several voices, talking to each other near the smoke chamber upstairs. What are you doing? He asks when he sees you climb halfway inside the furnace. I'm not sure, but I think I can hear someone talking. Wait, really? He looks up at the ceiling. We should investigate. See if someone's upstairs. Physical instrument. 58%. Yell, hello! What was a yell? That was something. Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly ceases. Then... Hello? You've awakened the entity. Hello, are you there? You hear a low rumble upstairs, the sound of a curtain being pulled. Points upstairs. After you, officer. I'm gonna smear my hands with coal. Your hands look ancient. You feel the spirit of Ramat Karasi, ancient hero of Grod, pulsing through you. All that's left is to cover your face in war paint. Ramat Karasi, smear your cheeks black with coal. 3 dangerous stripes appear onto your cheeks, telling stories of your wild soul. What are you doing? I am the reincarnation of an ancient Imrian warrior. Wipe your face clean, officer. Medium 11. 83%. Heck yeah. I'm not gonna wipe my face. Oh, I fail. You feel your cheeks turn red under the lieutenant's gaze. You look like a kid, not a police officer. You war paint. Still the embarrassment. Thank you. So where are we? Voices, those voices. Maybe it's some malignant entity. Lives in the chimney. Right, the rooms do look like they're connected, but malignant entities don't exist. At least not the supernatural kind. Alright. Fine. Oh, we'll see. I'll show you, Kim. That's a spooky ghost. I know it. This way. Oh, look, I got... Oh, no. Oh, thank goodness. I got some health. A breaker box. The two cables are plugged. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker. Unplug the red one. An electric sizzle. The room is slightly quiet now. Plug the black cable. Something close to you dies with a soft electric current. Why did you do that? Black. It's not like the red one, because it's black, the color of immeasurable cosmos. I don't know why I unplugged it. I do things without any reason. Lieutenant raises his brows, but he doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board is now one cable. Alright, fine, I'll plug it back in. Fine, I'll plug them both back in. Okay. It matters so much to you, Kim? Insane mesh tank top. Wow. +1 conceptualization, -1 suggestion. I kind of need that conceptualization. It's our weak spot. Things that require intelligence are a weak spot. Oh. I'm gonna go back upstairs. We have to go meet that lady. She said she pulled a curtain aside for us. We have to meet this malignant entity. Figure out what's going on here. She said she pulled a curtain. Found the password either. Where did I come from? I don't know which way I came from. This looks too familiar. What the? Oh, hello.
Hello, I'm Nia.
A bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools with light shining through her.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius. So what kind of die are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now. Hold on, what do you mean by Milius?
Yes, a Milius is like a calling station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these.
She pats on the headphones on the table.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
Must have me confused with someone else. I haven't knocked
And
anyone.
how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Role-playing games? The one made by Forged Accident? Does that count? Sure, I like role-playing games.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set, unless you want something really unusual. Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
The walls around her are covered with rows of precious stones and minerals. This person means you, or no one else, absolutely no harm. She will answer freely and honestly. How did you become a dice maker? How did I become one? It was a business. Regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfield. Too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there. Do you like role-playing games yourself? Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players are, as customers, they're nice people. I was thankful for the security they provide her. Oh. What do you know about the man who was lynched behind the whirling in rags? Nothing really. I didn't know him. Who cares about the dead body? We might be dealing with a malignant entity here. Lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window. The window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening? I'm sorry, detective. But as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window. What do you mean the daily ruckus? Well, there's always something going on in that whirling's backyard. He stops to try and come up with an example. During daytime, there are usually those kids, and lately I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging out there. Must be because of the strike. He's not sorry to disappoint you. Informing on someone in a murder investigation would intrude upon her focused existence. She looks up at the window. Pale light comes in. But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday. You never took your eyes off the work to look out of the window? I might have, she admits. But in this case, all I could have seen would have been reflections back at me from the darkness. It's really hard to make out anything in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look at the window when I'm in the zone. Do you often work Sunday nights? It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it. And I prefer doing this to sitting at home. I see. Where are we? We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. She looks at the ruddy bricks that make up the walls. Even though they've been repainted, there are still some signs of full black soot here and there. When I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a make. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus. License was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse. Creative. Lieutenant looks around a spacious room, the ceiling fading into the shadows above. I've heard about this place is cursed. Do you know that people call it the doomed commercial area? I've heard the stories, she nods as the howls from the furnace shadow above. But I don't think those stories are true. How do you explain what happened to all those companies then? It's just capitalism, he shrugs. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail. License is the one who sent me. She's convinced that the place is swarming with malicious energies. License, the bookshop lady? She raised her brows. I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow? Actually, the bookstore isn't doing that well. There are hardly any customers, and she has to exploit her own daughter to keep the company going. Alright, but it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex. Hold on, the whirling is part of the doomed commercial area? You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East Delta Commerce Center project. I kind of know this from personal experience. No, the whirling isn't doing well either. Its waitress just took off and the customers have trouble paying bills. And then there's me, she sighs, looking at her messy work table. All kinds of tools lie there scattered, from knives to carving flies to wire cutters. I've been here for 14 years selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious. Strange, isn't it? Come on, I'll be the first to admit there's many inconsistencies. I was just about to ask. She forward with her chin. Study your face. What do you think? Do you think this curse is real? Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest. Sorry, and there's no business decision. Natural market fluctuations. The real curse here is capitalism. The fickleness of it. Exactly. She pinches the root of her nose. Truth is always so disappointingly much joy. But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today? License is not going to like what you have to tell her. Why hasn't her business failed? Do you know what happened to other agents? Everyone else is gone. Oh my goodness. Oh. Used to be a hair salon here, right? Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word. I guess I'm a simple man. I don't really have any opinions on hairstyle. Me neither. I just want it off my face. Tucks a strand of hair under her headscarf. What happened to the gym? It wasn't merely a gym. It was Artemis Boxing Club, a community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime. Who was that? Who was Artemidit? Kind man from Samisk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym as his way of giving back. Maybe that's what Kuno needs. My goodness. Kuno. Her eyes narrow in the dim light. Who's Kuno? He's a little ginger gremlin who likes to defile dead bodies. Oh, yes, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth. Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard. He looks out the window. It's oddly quiet there at the moment. I think it will take more than a gym to help out that kid. How did the community project work out? It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines. You should have known it. Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. That was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since. What's up with the broken windows? Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milius. Who would have guessed? They never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway, and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own. Cool, very cool. What's a snuff milieu? It's a sub-Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay money to get off on that. Oh wow. What does she mean, to get off on it? Don't worry, the ICB has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-Rosas. Lieutenant turns to you. This isn't our problem. Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators. Someone here makes stuffed animals? I saw mounts lying around. And Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs. What drugs exactly? I need to know what drugs he was doing. For my police. He got high on some weird taxidermy chemicals. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Eventually they caused him to lose control of his bladder. The smell was awful. And you could probably do better than that. You can almost see it. A small, sickly old man hunched behind his work desk, his pants stained with old piss, stuffing a sad, stiff-legged raccoon dog. The entire scene looked tragic. Oh, I found creepy mannequins. Used to be a fashion atelier here, but I've forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years until the insect rights activists came. Insect rights activists? What in the name of? The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings. You know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin suppliers, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And naturally, all of the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen at chitin from on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection. I don't think insects have any. Legitimately, don't insects like have nervous systems. I also like insects. Really? She looks at the windowsill where a dead fly is lying on his back, curling. Anyway, poor guy. Suddenly you get a feeling that insects are important to the case somehow. Hard to say why. What's with the rotorblade and skis? They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotorblades to skis, the chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money. Rests her chin on her hand with an impish smile. Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tula or Tume or Koshtko or wherever he is. What do these transmissions say? Usual, I imagine, that he's been thinking of all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns. Her smile widens before the lieutenant's face behind you. Didn't like that though, first. Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around the house. Not much use now, I guess. You can make a sword out of one. Oh wait, forget it. It would be too long. I found with a strange machine. Fortress accident, the radio game station. Closes her eyes as some remnant of a memory lights up her face. Liked them. We're an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Whirl. We certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seem to be chronically liberal with their schedules. What do you mean liberal? What happened?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
What went wrong?
But I did hear them talking at times.
She looks to the hallway as if she can still hear them chit-chat behind the curtains on a cigarette break.
They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
What I've seen so far, the project did look quite impressive.
But when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and stuff. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic and to show up on time.
Right. Showing up to work on time is important. Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that. Showing up to work at all is difficult, especially if you've been drinking. That's too bad. I would have supported the project. It looked great.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
Tosses a pair of dice on the table. One of them stops near the edge of the metallic desk. Result is a 1 on a 20-sided die. Oh. The dice is black and filled with little silvery flakes, like snowfall.
Anything else?
There was a terrifying taxidermied bear in the cellar.
Oh boy, the fabled Revachol Ice City. You're in for a treat here.
She smiles and leans close, her hands on her knees, like a stand-up comedian ready to tell a story.
This place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Alright, what were their other ideas?
It was really just one, and it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
He leans back disapproving. Sounds like she really didn't like those girls. What did they expect? 20 cents per hour is dog's pay.
Oh, but they did show up to work, and not alone. There were also acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends lording near the ice cream stand, and they already had the bear.
Closes her eyes as if remembering something painful. What about the bear?
The bear,
she repeats, pressing thumbs into her temples. You're trying to suppress a headache. It didn't work out?
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed or partially melted. Eventually, Revachol Ice City lost a price war to its rival, Glace 5000. Glace 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece out of regular fridges.
The market's doing its job.
Maybe, because the taxidermist who made the bear definitely wasn't. Doing his job, I mean.
How come?
He said that the bear was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. He called it Megatherion.
Megatherion?
Megatherion.
No, it's a dice maker.
A mega wild beast. The heck is that? An imaginary beast that guides you through life by telling you to do more drugs, mostly. A wise and noble beast guiding you toward the land where the streets are paved with drugs. The horrific necktie tightens around your neck, strangely excited, but it doesn't feel particularly fun this time around. I don't have a comment on drugs. Understandable. You shouldn't do them. You're a police officer after all. Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire. She seems almost sad. Finishing the story, some dust beams swirl in the afternoon. Her eyes follow it idly. Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps. I've been here for a long time. I found the building's intercom, but it's not working. All right. She rubs her forehead. Her scarf has left a faint line on her dusty skin. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion. You're telling me that you have a doorbell there? Which one? The one with an empty name card. It's the last one on the list. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet. Oh, I have a few more questions. Actually, I have other questions. Why hasn't her business failed? Alright, shivers. We can figure this out. 8%. 8%. Ah, you feel nothing. If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here. Start taking off your clothes. You need to connect. Excuse me, what are you doing? The dice maker stays there while you start to fuss with your pants. Officer. Is it just me or is it hot in here? No, I don't feel hot. We're in a derelict smokestack. If anything, it's cold in here. Zipper, it's stuck. Oh no, not the zipper. She rolls over to you. No, not the zipper. She rolls over the table with her hair chair, looking for something to grab from the toolbox. A tool to get the zipper open? I'm trying to get my... Why would you do that? I'm trying to lower my body temperature. It's part of my special technique. She squints at you, a little astonished at what she's saying. And what technique is that? You still haven't gotten your zipper open. Okay, hear me out. Sometimes I get these feelings. Yes, I apologize for my colleague's behavior. He's still recovering from an unusual medical episode. Officer, this isn't how mature adults deal with their feelings. Oh, now you feel something. The cold damp of shame washing away. No, not like that. It's like I can feel the wind, or I don't know the air pressure, and then the air tells me things. Air pressure told you to take your pants off in my studio. No, I'm not explaining this very well. Can you please employ this special technique somewhere else? I work here, and my work requires concentration. Half-naked people don't help me with that. She turns away so she can zip her pants up again. So I zip my pants up. Fine. You know what? I don't even care. Fine. I won't show you my technique. You know what? It's no skin off my bones. I'm out of here. What do you want, Kim? Hmm? Why am I going up here to talk to you?
Yes?
Said he has something to tell me. Doesn't? Alright. Fine. Come on, Kim. You're my partner. Why would you do me like that? You're supposed to support your partner. Well, that's the mystery solved there. 5 o'clock. Well, no, it's 14. It's nearly 3 o'clock. Although I was quite a bit off, actually. What's this? Well, guess I gotta report the news.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus?
The dark sarcophagus? Yes, how was it? Honestly, just a dump. What else did you find? Anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity? I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Neha, and she's a novelty dice maker. A novelty dice maker? Eyes wide. Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep. She's not a sorceress or some malicious entity. She's a businesswoman like you. She looks correct. I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse? Just don't say.
You don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. You've come this far. You know how to end it. There is an entity behind the entity. He says there is no curse because there are too many inconsistencies. She said it's just capitalism. Bankruptcy is a quirk of our economic system. The source is in the taxidermist shop. He became involved in arts darker than taxidermy and brought the void spirits down upon this place. Honestly, I don't have an answer yet. There still leads. There's another entity, more malignant, pulling the strings in the martinets. Perhaps in my travels I will cross paths with it. I'm gonna lie to her. Is that the correct thing to do here? Lie to her? I'm not sure. You've come this far. You know how to end it. There's an entity behind the entity. There's an entity. A third order presence, yes. So let's go of the pendant. Hey, great. Dark relief washes over. I've heard of those triactors in certain occult literature. That's too dark to dwell on for too long, and definitely not in the presence of my daughter. She gestures on you to be silent. Oh my goodness. I understand everything, sir. Thank you for descending into the maelstrom. I will keep up fort here, strengthen the wards, do my best, and if you happened upon the third entity in your travels, he performs an X-shaped chest across. May the Lord be with you. Well, this has been absolutely educational. If we happen on the third presence in our travels, we will certainly come back to tell you. Yes, the venture continues in other waters, darker waters. Turns to you, should we get out of here before the vortex collapse? Farewell for now, book peddler. Come, Kim, let us be off. It's time. Perhaps we finally get to dealing with the dead body. It's 3 o'clock. Been out there for so long. I'm not going to talk to Kuno. Kid's not pleasant. Shit compressed. 58% chance. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, stand in it. They always do that? They do after 7 days, yes. We're deep in decomposition here. Step closer. The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength. Inspect the boots. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you. Out of place somehow? What kind of boots are these? They're armor, not boots. With his notebook under his arm, the lieutenant crouches to inspect the soles. Technically speaking, these are sabatons. What kind of armor is that? Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the mech would be. Where? Under the heel. Fair weather. Turns the boot slightly. Fairweather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff. Where's the rest of it? He's was scavenged by the locals? Nods. At peace. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't. We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield information. He nods toward Kuno. Oh, we should keep a lookout for these pieces. Armor could yield information. He nods toward Kuno. Maybe he'll know something. Maybe he was just wearing these boots and there is no rest. I understood. Material looks out of place here. It's expensive. Draws a line in the condensation of the ceramic with his index finger. Requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. Constable Larry's deemed it too costly. That time we've lost 6 semi-automatics. How much are we talking about here? A full set, about 4 years of wages. Ka-ching, baby! By ka-ching, do you mean? He tilts his head. Let's not Log them as evidence. Let's steal them. Was that about the constabulary before? You need to push some buttons if you're Lieutenant. Seriously. If this constabulary is dragging their feet, why not start ourselves before more good men die? They don't get shot in the foot. Our extremities are fine without the dead man boots. Oops, well, no one said it would work. Back to detecting now. How could this man afford such expensive hardware? Us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company, but that's just hearsay. Initial report? Just something I scrapped together for information. Area report on Martinez. Sure you did the same. He's not actually sure that, he's just being tactful. These look pretty advanced for a security guard. I agree, this equipment is way beyond what the guard can afford. Knock on the boot. A small bell-like sound fills the air like tap out of a portable cup. Sounds fragile. Anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. He points to the boots. See? Faint organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates. There are hundreds of them, all together, like the scales of some ancient white monster, cracked and pearly. Pull the boot off. This feels dangerous, are you sure? Grab it. The stench fills your nostrils as you push downward. An ominous creaking sound comes from above. Stop! The lieutenant's voice is sharp. He looks at you with the boot under your arm. Peke's gotta pull his head off! Brutal! Oh! This is a bad idea, isn't it? Going to pull his head off. Do it, homo! I'm not a homo. Stop obsessing about your sexuality, officer. You're about to seriously compromise the coroner's case. What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on that boot? I'm sorry, Kim. I'm not gonna... Try what exactly? I just do things. There's no... I don't think we should do anything just for the hell of it. Besides, taps on his boot. There's no way you're getting them off. All of the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They're fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet? Oh. There might still be a way to peel them off. First, the body needs to be down, and second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around. Steal a dead man's boots, but it would be dishonorable. Sounds like a plan. The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feel nice. Nice and cracky. Okay, I got it. Processing will take care of them. The situation in the morgue will yield nothing. Let's pick our fights. We continue. Back to tattoos. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around. His corpse is marked by stars. Will mine be marked? Alcohol and heartbreak. Okay. Is this a map of the night sky? A map of the stars? He turns around. Breathe before inspecting closer. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great century, Messian, maybe. It seems more particular, customized somehow. As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were half right. I'm missing something here. So am I. A sudden ringing fills the air as the lieutenant pulls down the zipper of his orange jacket. Takes a thin piece of milled aluminum from his coat pocket and pulls it open. It sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera. What's that? Try again, some kind of meanie. Shit, Kono, what the fuck is that? An instant color camera. He produces two metal clapped ampules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines there. This is the first time he openly acknowledges the kid's existence. I have only 2 ampules. Nobody move. I don't want to waste one. Points the camera at the corpse and peering into it. The lens needs adjusting. Then small. Sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out. On it, a color-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest. Hey, sweet, in case we need it, the lieutenant says and shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. Cool machine. Yes, slides the camera closed and tucks away in his belt. It is pretty cool, isn't it? Only one ampule left. Why is it? What do we need this photo for? It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter to her. Someone should decipher it. Short around. Can I have it? I should look at it later. Good, just don't lose it. He hands you the piece of rolled up photo paper. It's no larger than a pack of cigarettes. Time for the belt. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck above a sliding buckle, ties to the belt. Branch. What kind of rope is this? Industrial strength, the kind used for tying cargo to load. Like in a circus, when the circus leaves town and they tie a black spotted giraffe to the wall of a carry pin. Like in a circus? We're transporting black spotted giraffes? No. More like in a harbor. Just east of here. Since they used whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves. Assuming the dock workers from the harbor did it? Still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike. He politely raised an eyebrow. You? Yes, he agrees. The debrief we got from the Wild Pines representative appears to be solid too. A lynching is what this looks like. No. You feel like it was something else, but what? I feel like it was something else. Yes, he often is. His belt worries me. Sure wanted him to stay here. Seems strong. Not merely polyester. It's steel reinforced. He tries to inspect the noose. See these lines where the wires run. I see rabbits for more than 20 strands. This makes getting him down much more problematic than I'd assumed. How did they even get him up there? A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. He points to the buckle tying to the belt on the branch above. I think they lassoed the branch, then pull on this belt. Buckle closes. Makes a pulling motion. What I would do. Seems easier than climbing up there. Look him in the eye. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from the sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode. Organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess. Underneath the curdled meat there is an expression, not carried on his features below. Inside, an expression of pleasure. This man was experiencing joy at the moment of his death. Tell me, who are you, dead man? The hanged man talks. I'm gone. Where have you gone? Into the wild pale yonder. Where's that? In the past, way out in the west. I can see you're gone, but who are you? I'm a joke. Look at me. Nothing funny about you. There's nothing funny about jokes either. Who were you when you were alive? A killer. A motherfucker. A killer. Oh. What is happening? What do you mean? I'm talking to you. It's the power of your black frothy liquid starts bubbling on his lips. Imagination. The horrific necktie. Yeah, man, don't be crazy. Inanimate objects and dead people can't really talk to you. Your wild imagination is doing this. Ask some more of those questions you love so much. Why do I love questions so much? Because you're a capo Rooney. Look at all of them go. You want more good questions? Yeah. Give me a comical amount of questions. Is my name Rooney? Fuck no, you're no Rooney. I do strike myself as a Rooney. Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible? Because you have. Who killed you? Love did me in, brother Capo. It was love all along. Can you ask me a question? Sure, Labo, I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this? What? Looking at my face, motionless, looking into my eyes. Standing here. Why are you investigating my murder? Maybe this will lead to something. Something indescribable, unforeseen. Miraculous? Ha! The clown lips on the corpse appear to smile. The face rotates before you slowly. Something is on its way. Something hidden. It's coming. A miracle. From the northwest. It's almost here. You feel it in the air on your hands. Cold spring air smoothing them over. Why were you feeling pleasure when you died? Maybe I was getting my rocks off? So you were feeling sexual arousal when they were hanging you. Do I look like an erotic auto-asphyxiation type to you? What is that? I fear we are drifting away, fixating on sexuality again. Let's go with a simpler question. No! I want to talk. It's a mishmash, Capobalo. You think I'm a Messenian, don't you? For you, this is how people from Messina speak like. I'm not even sure what Messina is. Well, I'm not from Messina, am I? My hair is too light a shade of brown. Trust your inner racist. What are you, a racist now, too? I think I am. You think I was racist because this lump looks military and has tattoos. That's called profiling. So you were feeling... Do I look like the type? Yeah. I fear we are drifting away, folks. Aw, there's nothing else here? Come on. Come on. I hate you. You stink and you're boring. Do I remind you of someone? A deep sea creature. But not quite. Be fair now. Oh no. Myself in the mirror bathroom. There you go. Look at that bright kid. We're birds of a feather, you and I. Soon you will be just like me. Just keep drinking and having a good time. It's a matter of weeks. Feeling nausea, vomiting, tenderness, or pain around the liver area? Tiny red lines on the skin above waist level? More like days, Capo. The clock is ticking. Liver tells you so. You gotta stop drinking. Enough! Come back and look into the face any way you want. Ask me your questions. Freshen your memory. Create associations. Remind yourself of your reality. Capo Lapo. Winston, take a step back. As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green. Observe. Only the lower extremities are pink, a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air. Squinting, Kim. Why am I doing it? How should I know why you're squinting? Squint harder. His face and hands are pink. Eyes too. The rest is green. Oh. Trying to assess avidity. Flash ideas. The monster comes back into focus. An explosion of color. Coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot. So, what do you think? He's beaten up. See the bruises? I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. Delinquents have made our jobs harder with their report. Stop talking in riddles, coin slot. He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like. I think he's dead. I agree. There are crow's feet in his eyes. He's laughing silently. Totally dead. Daddy dead, 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 dead. Dabba doop doop dead, he says without a hint of melody. Not one muscle in his face moves. Something is coming out of him. A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop. The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death. The fuck he's saying? Talking about shit. We got lucky. Did we? I don't feel lucky. I don't know what to think. What do you think? I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered on his hands, feet, and his neck. He points to his fattened chin. The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. What I think. Could it still be removed afterwards? There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. I'll have to get him down first. I have something I need to know, corpse man. Of course! No, I don't. How do we get him down? Stops to think. Then checks his notes. Are you sure we finished the preliminary session of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's down. Yeah. I got everything. The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle to approach the belt. Cadaver is a good 1 and 2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. If we do, there's a question of cutting it. We could saw the branch. Climb up there and saw the branch. Yes, either one of us could do it. We could use the kid's ladder on the side of the tree. I don't trust that ladder. The assailants didn't use it. It's rotten and less sturdy than it looks. And I don't see another good way up there. Looks around than you. Honestly, I prefer a non-acrobatic solution. Why? Clown cops climb tree, fall down. He says, furrowing his brow. Raged cop assaults children after falling down tree. Threaten crop. Threaten crop. I like that word. Saws the branch he's sitting on. Literally. Local children report cops' mutilation. Fuck yeah, climb that shit, monkeys! See, you're only making them do those things less. I'm not afraid of. Can you see into the future, Kim? No, I do not see the future. I made those up using 2 decades of Ravicolian police force as a reference point. I'm not afraid of newspapers. We shouldn't be. Oh no, he shakes his head slowly. We should be very afraid of a newspaper. And the radio stations too. We should be wary of enticing them in any way. This is years of experience talking. He's been career after career ruined by careless. He's seen career ruined by careless media strategies. I guess you're right. The risks are too strong. Yes, we should use acrobatics at the very last, after we've tried everything normal. These have got to be the most fucking boring mocha bot I've ever seen. Maybe we can ask someone from the harbor? I was really hoping we wouldn't. They appear to be suspects in this case. Seems like the dangerous route to go down. Yeah, let's reconsider. Can't someone else do it? Someone else, he pauses? You mean like the police? I mean someone who's below detective. Someone like a paid garbage man or a cleaning crew. I have news for you. That is a detective. I know it's hard, but I assure you the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get them down fast. Look at all the snow coming down. Maybe we could shoot him down? Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off! Remains unaffected. How? I don't know, you just shoot up there maybe. Point towards the branch. It absolutely will not, officer. That's not how physics works. It will maybe cut one thread loose. Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain Kuno with some shit. They'll miss. The pigs will miss, Kuno. Lieutenant is undecided. On one hand, he wants to shoot some gun. On the other, it's an awfully stupid idea. Actually, don't. It's a bad idea. But what else can we do? I guess we have to go help from the harbor. Nah, you gotta shoot him down, bud. Breathes out heavily. Oh yeah, do this shit. Fuck it up. Say nothing. Let him choose. Silence. With his elbow sharp, unzips his jacket. Oh. Well, this is gonna probably be loud, right? Because it's a gun and it doesn't know how to bounce audio. A lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separating the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. He then steps back and assumes a full loose position, taking aim. The corner of his eyes twitches, his finger on the edge. Alright, well, it's probably gonna be loud, right? He's gonna fucking... The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself, "Oh, damn it." Feels bad about it. About his eyes mostly. Just having bad eyesight is probably from a young age. Whatever you do, do not console him. Fucking idiot! Haha! Mole crapper asshole! Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he? But now, I have to say it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance. Oh, I say we gotta ask from the harbor. Okay, he looks to the cargo boat. They do have the tools and the men. And since it looks like they put them here, they can get him down too. Size. Okay, let's do it the lousy, dangerous day. But how do we get inside the harbor? From the gates, by negotiating or fighting. I'm unenthusiastic about the fighting. Around. Or we can try to find some secret third path. It's unlikely though. Let's get to it then. And that, I think, is going to be where we stop our first adventure. Our first chapter of Disco Elysium. We've gone around, we've harassed a bunch of people. We've tried to pull our pants down in the middle of questioning a dice maker. So I mean, I think this is all a good omen. All good signs to come from this adventure. So I think I'm going to save the game. Probably, yep, confirm. And I think that'll be all for now. Thanks for watching. The story seems great. The writing seems great. And I'm having a good time with it. This game is kind of all over the place. And I'm optimistic that I think this game is going to be really good. We'll just have to see what wild adventures, old crazy face, winds up going on. But I'll see you guys next time. Stopping by.